Okay, so big development last session. You guys are still in the styes, and you had knocked on Mr. Dory's door to investigate his involvement in the Ghost Lantern murders. And as you entered his sunken, converted bilge of a home, you're attacked immediately by all of these scum, these strange abolithic entities, as well as these weird fish humanoid monstrosities. Like a fish monster assassin, a fish golem, and Mr. Dory himself, who had also seemed to have succumbed to some sort of hideous transformation, to some sort of aberration. All in all, Mr. Dory, when he soon found out that he was going to be killed, or at least he was ill-matched against you all, he pleaded with you all to spare him, and he said that he hoped that all of the cultists of the Whisperer would die, go to hell, basically. And you found enough incriminating evidence in Mr. Dory's office, if you could call it that, to basically justify everything you did, and also prove him guilty and directly involved in the Ghost Lantern murders. You also found the location of King Hecaton, or at least a rough location, and you found out that by the way of these notes that you'd found on Mr. Dory. I'll bring those up again. So you've got this soggy parchment, oops, and then this folded scrap of parchment. So the folded scrap kind of, says that he's in league with these cultists, and disclosed very vaguely the location of some sort of temple of Tharizdun, the evening shadow of Frother's lamp. And then the soggy parchment, that's the one that said that that they basically, these Kraken cultists, Kraken Society cultists, they've been growing something, and that they have captured the Storm King, and they've sequestered him aboard a scryproof vessel, the Morkoth, which is currently circling the northern islands of the Trackless Sea, far from prying eyes. So you know where King Hecaton is. However, you guys felt that perhaps, with seeing all this symbolism of the styes being devoured by some sort of massive fish monster, that there was probably still a couple of loose ends that need to be taken care of here in the styes. And so you've gone to try and find out who this Whisperer is, and what this fish monster is that they've been growing and feeding all these exotic fish to somewhere nearby the styes. So with some investigating, you guys were able to discover where the entrance to the temple is by estimating where the sun is going to rise and where the shadow of this fallen lighthouse will lie. And that is between this, it's like a chasm of sunken, shoddy apartments, 5 or 6 stories high. And you've moved through this tangled wall of apartments. This is the next morning. It's kind of foggy, and there's a lot of thick haze hanging in the air from all the fires. Some of them are still burning the next morning, and it does create dim light. As you move down further into this tangled wall of apartments and storefronts that rises up from this sluggish channel of tainted water, you find it to actually be quite dark, and you will need light sources. The structures down near the waterline, which is 50 feet below you, are empty and desolate and flooded, while the ramshackle additions that are built over their roofs appear progressively more and more inhabitable as they rise up into the polluted sky. The overall effect is that of a canyon, with walls made of cross-sectioned of decayed shantytown rather than from stone. And you've moved in through this alley, you've come to this chasm. You see these 50-foot high walls of apartment buildings, and a sluggish channel of polluted water below you. And there's just a narrow timber bridge sagging across the channel, It leads from the back of this crooked alley that you've just head down to what appears to be a partially sunken galley, whose structure has been incorporated into the ruined jumble of buildings. That's where we are now. So as like the walls have closed over you, and the buildings kind of bent and crooked extend overhead, mixed in with the thick polluted sky, it's all but very dark down here. The waterline here is 50 feet below you. These are like all the apartments over here and over here, if you can see that far. And you guys are kind of near the roof of all these buildings. And roll on the Wild Magic Surge table. That's 2 in 1, Thomas. You're not getting away that easy.
Ooh. I ain't touching shit. Take out my canter, just in case.
Fireplace to the ground, Archie.
Let's just say it was very difficult for you to have your morning coffee.
Better not cross that bridge for a minute.
That's right. Objects
Are you wearing shoes though?
Objects are like small, inanimate, freestanding like items, not parts of buildings or structures. They're not considered objects, so you're good.
Cool.
Can I get?
But if there's a loose plank,
Can I get dark vision on my token?
Sure.
Thank you.
Is anybody capable of casting light on Nara's shield, maybe?
That's a cantrip, so it's not so dangerous.
Nara shield bursts into flames. Oh, it's good. It's glowing. And
Do I have night vision on
you
Ren?
do. It's
Okay.
if you're using dark vision, you're seeing in black and white, and you're seeing in very low light. It's quite difficult to see just with dark vision.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. You had 2 choices, either to like swim and climb up the walls of the apartment or use this bridge. So unless you're looking to clamber down the side of several stories or use magic, this bridge, this Milden span, would be the only approach to the temple's entrance.
well then, let's
As soon as you take that first step on the bridge, you can hear the wood creak and moan under the strain of your weight.
It will never hold me up.
They should make these things out of stone. Maybe one at a time.
Everybody all at once. Run.
Again,
You said it's how far down? 20 feet?
it's a 50-foot drop.
Oh, 50.
This bridge is just held up by these very rickety stilts.
Is this on the same?
It is.
You're gonna jump. Nice.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
It's a
So
yeah. It looks. This is the galley that's being incorporated into the buildings. It's the main deck. It's buckled. It's cluttered with trash, driftwood, other refuse, and you can actually see some water kind of spilling out of the galley's prow, juts into the channel like a jagged fang.
Yeah, I'll wait for other people to go across, and I'm
So
just gonna jump onto the boat.
well, if Nora and I carry somebody on our backs, then it's only like one person at a time, right?
Hey,
Barbarian
nothing
logic.
that else works.
But it's just 2 feet on the thing at one time.
That's an idea, but it's not a good one. I'll keep slowly making my way across.
Yeah, the wood creaks and groans again.
Should cast silence on it. But shut up. It's not that bad. Everything looks fine so far.
When you step there, Roderick,
Yep.
you feel that the bridge is quite damp. The wood is very soggy, and you need to make a dexterity save. Your leg just goes straight through one section of the plank.
Yep. And I think I also disappear here. Actually, we've had it. It shouldn't be the -1 anymore.
All right, you jump up and prevent your leg from, going down into the jagged wood and slicing your leg up. And I mean, it's only just a missing plank. You can still get across the bridge just fine.
So actually, one more step, and I'm out of the light, I think. So then I just vanish. Roderick disappears.
Rendell
I'm
start following
invisible.
you. Oh. Like literally invisible, or just because we
Literally
can't see
invisible. If you're relying on dark vision to see me.
you? He disappeared, guys.
But he's also clearly
Fine.
explaining that to you, so you know exactly where he is.
Yeah. Exactly. And you can still hear the creaking probably.
I try to step over the plank he went through.
All right, you get onto the galley pier, and there's junk everywhere. There's so much moldering, stinking detritus here, but you can see like a pathway that moves through the junk.
Sure.
The deck leads to a pair
Makes
of
sense.
massive wooden doors leading into the buildings. You can
Can I,
see
like,
cracks
through-
in this like wall. Like this was once an open galley, part of the ship, but all of the deck, the main deck, is being ripped off. And everyone just hold up. You're gonna roll initiative.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Hi, Lily. As you move into the prow amongst all this detritus, something shifts and moves and reaches up to grab you. They will try to surprise you as well. It's full of scum. And it's also full of these fish monsters called scum.
I'm so tired of these things.
A couple of them have some fresh scars on their translucent flesh as well.
Ah, the ones that we dropped.
Alright, here's a surprise check. If your passive perception is not 18 or higher, you will be
Ooh.
surprised.
I think that's just about everybody.
Mine is 18.
Alright, so yeah, if your passive perception is high enough, then you'll hear some movement around there and some like gurgling. Now, this is just like a narrow. This is a wall about 8 feet tall. It obviously used to lead up to the main deck, but this ship has gone into disrepair. So there is a gap. It's only small enough for a small or smaller sized creature to fit through. The wood does look very soft though. You could potentially just bash through it, or you could just go around. And there seems to be like an old set of stairs that kind of lead down into it. It's angled though, so it's kind of flat. Pretty flat terrain here. It is all difficult terrain though to move through all this stuff. Unless you're going from this pathway here straight to that door, there's no other clear pathway around. So, Roderick, you're up first.
Right. So those things that I can see through the gap, the gap's big enough to shoot through.
It would be 3/4 cover. It's about the same size as an arrow
Yep.
slit.
Yeah. Okay. And 3/4 is like plus
Plus
5
5.
to AC, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. But they seem to use sight, and I am in darkness, so I'm invisible. So I'll
Yeah.
just go for it anyway. I'm gonna Hunter's Mark that first one, and murder it.
I like your
You
style.
will have advantage for murder.
Yeah.
It's used in dark.
I
vision
cast
to see
murder
you.
as the first level spell.
That hits.
Yes.
And a 22 is a hit. Another arrow
we'll
sticks
go again with
into it. More slime
Ambusher.
drips out of it. Alright, you get a crit with the ambusher and it just puts an arrow straight into its neck, ripping open a deep wound. The scum staggers back. It's looking bloodied already.
I'm gonna put a menacing attack on that. If I do that, I get the dice doubled, don't I?
You would, yes.
Oh yeah.
As you've experienced earlier, they do have this psychic conditioning, and frighten doesn't seem to affect them, but an extra 10 damage does affect the scum.
Sure. And then I'm going to action surge because, like, why not? It's perfect. And shoot some more.
That's another hit. 12 points of damage. The scum's almost dead. You put another arrow into it. Actually, no, not with a 16. Sorry, you're going to hit the cover.
Yeah. And another ambush.
And that's going to miss as well. It just hits this soggy wooden wall.
Question with my precision attack. At what point should I use it? Or when can I?
What does it say? There's
When you're making a weapon attack roll against a creature, you can expend one spirit die added to the roll. You can use this maneuver before or after making the roll, but before any of the attack effects of the attack are applied.
Yeah, so yeah, you can use it as long as you haven't done any other effects of the attacks.
Yep.
So, you know, you haven't added on anything else.
Yep.
And
So-
that scum is dead. Headshot. It falls into the waste.
One down, and 2 or more to go.
Than, you're up. You see the movement. You see the scum start to spring forth from the scum.
I'm gonna move up just a little bit there. I'll cast I'm gonna try casting what's that? I don't use it very often. It's the radiance damage one. Sacred Flame.
Okay.
I'll do the Sacred Flame on the one next to Lily. See what happens.
It tends to jump out of the way. It does have half cover from all the rubble, but it still fails. And it takes 18 points of radiant damage. It starts to melt it down.
Okay, cool. And then I'll bonus action cast Jump on myself. If I'm allowed to do that. And then that will be the end of my turn.
You can cast it. It's a bonus action spell. Alright, I'll give you like a boot icon for that. Alright, this scum, they don't really make any attempts to hide themselves once they've burst out of this rubble. And you just see all of this driftwood, moldering. You can't even identify most of the stuff. It literally looks like rubbish, people's rubbish that have just been throwing out of houses and stuff as well. It's all mixed in here. But they do burst forward in a very sudden attack. And this one just clambers straight up to Lily and reaches out with its slimy tentacles. And a tentacle just out of nowhere grabs you from the filth. Your mind is flooded with 20 points of psychic damage, and you have disadvantage on wisdom saves. It then has a trident that it tries to hit you with. It misses. It swings again with a third attack, and that's a miss. Thomas, you'll be surprised. This scum, it clambers up through the junk, and it's going to throw a trident back over the bridge. What's the range of a trident? 20 feet? I think 20, 60.
It's 30, 60. So
oh,
it's just like a spear.
Okay, yeah, it's going to throw that at Than.
Either 30, 60 or 20, 60. I can't remember.
And it lines Than up perfectly and hits him for 10 piercing damage. And then it's going to grab another trident and it's going to throw a second one at Than. That's a miss. And then it shakes its tentacles at you angrily with its third attack. Lily, you're surprised. Another scum throws tridents across the bridge. And it'll throw a trident at Than. That misses. It's going to reach into this junk and pull out another one, throw it at Nara. And it finds a gap in Nara's armor, hits her for 10 piercing damage. And then it uses its mind-breaking touch on the air angrily. Shakes its fist for 20 psychic damage. Rend, you're surprised.
I'm a rage.
Oh, you're not surprised. Surprise, surprise. They're surprised.
You said the trash is
I hate surprises.
Yeah, it's
Is
going to be
difficult terrain?
difficult terrain.
Alright, but I can still get up to this guy. Wait.
Yeah, it'll be 3/4 cover. There's just like a jagged, narrow hole in the wall, basically. Okay.
Kool-Aid Man.
Alright.
You could Kool-Aid Man it if you want.
What, bust through the wall?
You could attempt to. It would be an action, though, and it would be an athletics check. Or you could attack the wall and try and cut it down.
I'm gonna see if I can hit him with the 3/4. Reckless attack.
Okay.
Ugh.
Miss.
Once more.
That hits. You just slash straight through that hole into the scum.
No fire damage this round.
Alright, it slices off a piece of it.
Alright, and that was 2. Okay.
Alright, Nara, surprised. This scum is going to move up to Lily. And it's going to use its slimy tentacle on Lily. It hits. You feel this cold, milky tentacle wrap around your arm. The sharp pain explode in your mind. 17 psychic damage. Then a trident attack. And another one. The second attack hits.
I'll shield that one.
The trident bounces back as your shield kicks in, reflecting the attack. This other scum is going to attack Lily. It's going to use its mind-breaking touch. It's going to miss. Again, the shield protects you. Then it actually moves back, and it's going to hurl a trident at Rend. Same thing, Rend. You've got 3/4 cover. And it misses you. It's going to reach into the junk and pull out another one and throw that at you too. And it hits you for 3 piercing damage. Norin, you'll be surprised. Okay, round 2. Roderick, you're up.
All right. Is the one just there, like, coming through the cover much, or is it?
No, it's just because its token is there. But yeah, if you're attacking through this gap, 3/4 cover. Either way.
Yeah, sure. I'll put my hunter's mark on him and just do a less
It's a mess.
amazing round of shooting.
Well, are you still in the? You're still in the dim light, aren't you? The darkness.
Alright,
Alright, that
should
is a
be
hit. Yeah, you are.
3 feet. That is.
You hit for 8 damage.
And another one.
That's another hit. Another 13 damage. Scum's looking a bit injured.
And that is all this time. Okay. So I was measuring. That's why I can't select my token.
Than.
Alrighty. Looks like you can get a Toll the Dead on that one right there. So I'll do that.
Alright, here's the bell and 37 necrotic damage. That thing is melting. It is melting away. It looks like it's turning
Alright,
into
and
a grey sludge.
That's 10. So I can get to about there. Can I do bonus action dash and just jump onto this behind Lily over here?
Sure.
If I can get there.
Yeah, easily.
Okay, and then that's going to be...
This scum is going to attack Lily with his mind-breaking touch. It's a miss. Tentacle bounces off your shield as you jump back out of the way. It tries to poke you once, and it tries to poke you twice. That misses.
Take her out to dinner first, Jude.
Right.
Take a step back, see what kind of an angle I can get. Hearing
I think
the little
Fireball will
beat.
cover it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not enough fireball. There's not enough fires going on in Styles at the moment.
So I'll just
Good thing everything's damp.
It's not really gonna it's not gonna start any fires.
I'll just give a harsh whisper of burn.
Yeah, that's funny. I was just kidding.
You couldn't keep the comment.
Thomas, I think you need
Thomas
to
never
roll
kids with fire.
on the wild magic surge table.
And the burn just
Feels like
continues.
doubly burning.
Alright, just do one scum first, and then I'll get the rest in the macro. Alright, this guy here, he is just dissolved. 28 fire damage, melts the scum down.
Nice.
The other 4 make deck saves. They try to... they do actually have +2 onto this save because of half cover. So I'll just reduce the DC by 2. And 28 fire damage.
Wow. Dexterous buggers.
Lucky bastards.
They have all the all this crap to shield themselves with, and they kind of duck and they just start pulling up bits of damp shit all over themselves. Literally damp shit. Someone literally just opened their chamber pot and threw it down there. They get scorched. Everything is quite damp here. You don't do any damage to any of the structures here. Some of the objects here get burnt away, but it doesn't start any fires. This scum is going to, this guy here, he's going to draw a trident out of the junk, and he's going to throw a trident at Nara. That's going to miss, and then he's just going to start like diving through all this junk, basically swimming through it. And they seem to be able to move quite natively through all this junk. It's like their home. So they're not slowed down. And it gets up to Than and uses mind-breaking touch on him. And it hits. It just sticks a tentacle into your mouth. And you're hit for 19 psychic damage.
Bit rude. In my mouth?
Do we get some sound effects then? Alright, Lily.
Alright, let's just do what Thomas did, I guess. Let's put a fireball down.
Alright, same spot. Don't really need the template. Alright, drop a fireball on them. Again, all of the junk that they live in gives them half cover. And I'll just reduce the DC by 2. That's a good fireball, 30 points of fire damage. They try to avoid it, and 2 of them do, 2 of them don't. The ones that don't are quite badly scorched. They're all looking bloodied now. And you're starting to burn away all of this crap on the prow. But again, everything's pretty dried out now. Another fireball will probably catch things on fire at this stage. This scum's going to draw a trident out of the filth. They seem to have quite a collection of them. And it's just wherever they're reaching, they're pulling one out. And it's going to throw that trident at... how far is Norin? It's going to throw it at Norin. And it's a hit. It hits you for 6 piercing damage. It then wades through the junk, and it runs up to Than. It jumps on him. And it misses. You just kick it back out of the way. Rend.
Alright. So this little crack here in the wall, that's what I gotta bust through?
Yeah.
Right. There.
That's I mean, that's the Bruce Lee way to get there. The fastest point between two objects is a straight line. I mean, you could go around, but...
Nah. What do I need to roll to bust through that?
If you want to just literally bust through it, it'll take your action and an athletics check.
Athletics, alright. That's an advantage, it's strength-based.
Yes.
Clicked it. Come on.
$15 is enough. And the wood is very soggy. And you just you bust straight through it, creating a 5-foot wide opening.
And move there. And yeah, I guess that's all my actions then. Nothing bonus. Oh, for my bonus action, I will ignite the flame tongue.
Okay. Nara.
And I didn't go reckless, so.
Okay.
I'm gonna move forward 10 feet to there, and then try to jump across to here.
Yeah, you should be able to clear that easily.
And then bonus action fighting spirit. And I'm gonna attack this one.
I leap over, and all the junk here on the ground kind of creates a bit of friction for you where you land, so it's not really slippery or anything. Good landing. And you start hacking away at the scum. That hit 16 damage, a crit. You just embed the longsword about 3 inches into the scum's flesh. You slash again. It ducks, but you slice upwards and cut through a heap of this junk. And more oilish blood sprays everywhere. You swing the longsword around again, whoosh, hack through it. The scum is practically dead. This scum that you've just gone into melee with, Rend, it turns around. It's going to use one of its many tentacles to reach for a trident. It's going to try and grab you with a tentacle as well. And it hits you and floods your mind with psychic damage. You're hit for 24 points of psychic damage. And then with the trident, gripping it, it tries to poke you. Miss. And it'll make a third attack on you, Rend. And that's a miss. The scum that you've been facing, Nara, it reaches for a trident. It tries to hit you with it. And it's pretty good with a trident. You try to parry that attack off, but it scratches you for 7 damage. As you're being distracted by that, it also reaches in with a tentacle at your leg. And you step back and you whack the tentacle away with your shield. It then thrusts forward with the trident again. And you move up the shield and block that attack as well. Norin.
Alright. That's not what I wanted. I'll have to move one more step forward. Going one more step forward I would be on the bridge, right?
Yeah. It's from what you're saying, it's pretty stable. The bridge is.
Okay, just making sure.
It's not hazardous. It's just very rickety. That's all.
Yeah, I could jump over there, but I had to dash to get in melee with them anyway. So I'm just going to start hucking javelins over there. Let's start with this one that's in front of Nara.
Bullseye. You throw the trident straight into one of its eye sockets, it falls over dead.
Alright, let's throw the second javelin at this one here. Oh, that's a big miss.
And it just sticks into the other junk.
All
You hit a
right.
mannequin that kind of looked like a scum. It's not your fault, Nora. It looked
Right.
very similar.
Let's try that again. Oh, even just one better. Ah, man, it is not Norn's night. Yeah, that's it. That's disappointing.
If the mannequin was a living creature, it would be dead though. You put those two javelins straight in the mannequin's head. Broderick.
Alright. I'll step just a little bit, get a better view. And move my hunter's mark onto that one. And shoot him.
Hit.
And then I'm gonna tell Ren to stab it as well. With that one. Ren, kill him. So you can use your reaction to make an attack.
What say you, Rend? Take that as a yes. 13 is actually a miss. You just smash through all of these bits of broken furniture. Scum's hiding behind. Than.
I will Toll the Dead on the one in front of me. Sorry, I should have said that first. On the one in front of me.
Alright, it's gonna make a wisdom save. And fails. 13 necrotic damage. Again, you can see all the veins of this thing because its flesh is translucent. They're all rotting and withering.
Okay. And I will put here. I'll risk it. I'll put it on here. Help action on the middle one.
Brave move.
You know.
Rend is in melee reach.
I know. Exciting.
Thomas.
I have this flame still on my hand, and I'm gonna forego all tradition and point my finger at the one with the help action on it and shoot it with a firebolt.
You get hit with a terrible omen, Thomas. When you do from the gods.
You have disadvantage on all rolls for the rest of the night.
Or yells to Thomas.
DM's
Don't worry, I
demise.
do it all the time.
Alright, now Than creates an opening and the firebolt just hits the scum front and center. Fire leaps up and starts to burn it away.
Nice.
What's the opposite of inspiration?
Despiration.
Expiration.
Exploration.
Expert.
Outspiration.
Alright, the thumb is going the scum. It's going to try and wrap a translucent limb around Than. And it does. Again. The straight in the mouth. 21 points of psychic damage.
God.
As it's doing that, it just lashes out at Lily with a trident. That misses. And then it lashes back towards Than with a trident. And that's a miss. Lily.
Let's see. I think we are gonna throw Toll dead. I think if the guy is directly in front of me. Of course I clicked that. I guess it doesn't matter. He made the save.
It does resist.
See how much. Natural 12s. All
Yeah, it'll be max damage. Definitely.
That's pretty good damage.
That was almost 3 max damage, guys.
God damn.
Wow.
This scum jumps on Than and tries to put its tentacles everywhere. And it's a hit. This thing, they have a hatred for you guys. This is one of the ones from the warehouse that has all these scars all over it. And just keeps on flooding your mind with the psychic energy. As it's doing that with one of its like tentacle legs, it's also trying to stab you repeatedly with this trident then. And it hits for 10 piercing damage.
You think that they would transfer that hate to me or Thomas, though? We're the ones that did that.
They think that you guys are all psychically linked. And that's a mess. They don't know any different. You're not psychically conditioned, they say. Ren.
Can you hear me this time? Just realized the mute on my mic was actually on last round.
Yeah, we can eat.
Alright, I'm gonna attack the middle one. Reckless attack and Great Weapon Master.
That's a hit. And a flaming scum hits the deck. Dead.
Alright, and then the one directly in front of me, same thing.
It's a mess. It ducks.
Alright, use my bonus action since I killed that other one.
Hit. You bring the great sword down again. 31 points of damage. The scum is seriously injured.
Yeah, somebody else I have to kill him.
Nara.
I'm gonna attack this one.
You step forward in between a wagon wheel and an old rocking horse. That's a hit. You hack into it. It's almost dead. That's another hit. As you slice into its flesh. It's still alive.
And one more.
And you finish it off by jamming the longsword straight through its gills and out the back of its head.
Nice.
Falls onto the ground dead.
I'd like to bonus action shield bash the one next to Than and try to knock it off the boat.
It has a flash of PTSD from last time. You think it would know better than to stand next to 50-foot drops. Alright, you shield bash it, and it goes straight off the edge. Alright, it will get a deck save. It's going to try and grab onto something. Nope, it is nowhere near quick enough. And it just splashes into that channel of water below and doesn't resurface.
Fawn, are you okay?
Perfectly fine.
I just imagine blood coming out of your mouth.
Feeling great.
As he says that, yeah, blood just spurts out of his ears repeatedly.
My eyes are tearing.
'Tis a flesh wound. Start gathering up tridents for Norn.
Yeah, there is a lot of tridents in here. They've just laid the
They're
floor
all
with them.
nasty, though. I don't really want them.
But think about it. When you hit somebody, you'll get them infected and they'll die of sepsis later on.
That's only good if they escape.
Yeah, we don't want them to get away, though.
Long-term thinking.
Playing the long game, huh?
I think, who else is injured? Is there a prayer healing moment or not really? Not really.
I think
Um,
Lily and Dawn are the ones that are
yeah, it doesn't
the
really.
most grievously injured.
I think I'm gonna pop. I've got a healing potion. I'm gonna use that. And so I got.
Didn't like that side of the boat.
I'll use a healing potion and a cure wounds scroll.
Pretty certain we just searched the poop deck.
There it goes.
Alright, so the deck kind of tilts down, pointing towards this channel, and there's just so much crap here. Just people's trash. Towards the highest elevation of the prow, there are these doors as well. All these, the doors are walled by these boarded up, badly weathered buildings. Doors are quite large as well. Massive wooden doors.
Then, would you like a more powerful potion, sir?
My screen's, I've just got to reload. Everything was locked up. I'll see how the potion. Get
Dan
4 from
drinks
that.
it, and a lot of it spills out of the holes in his neck.
Yeah, something's going on here.
Now if you use some frayed gnome here to patch the holes.
You need some sort of tape.
Thomas
I think-
can just touch your neck and cauterize the wounds.
That's true.
Just sticks his finger in there.
Wiggles it about.
No idea where his hands have been.
They're clean now from fire.
You don't want to know what you were doing last session at the Frother's Lamp, Thomas. You don't want to know how you...
Man's gotta pass the time.
There was a pleasure pier that you were visiting.
We thought you had the red face disease, but no.
He was just
Not
blushing.
red face.
Invented a new type of STD. This is the alchemist quarter. You're an alchemist. So Dan's looking pretty rough. So
I can use a couple healing potions if anyone's got some spare.
Looking a bit
I
better.
have a superior.
Oh no, don't use the superior. I'll just take the little guys. If you have
Yeah,
any.
I've got
You can have one of mine. I have a regular healing potion.
Okay.
I've got like 4
2.
regular ones. It looks like.
I think I'm the only person in the world that's like, if it's there, I'll use it.
I just
No, I don't disagree with it. It's just I don't know if I don't want to use that up. I feel bad.
I mean, we're about to go into something probably very dangerous. So
These large doors have these. The doors look pretty sturdy. They're made of solid-looking wood. They have these massive bent iron handles, and there's this big scum-encased chain wrapped around it many times, and a large scum-encrusted padlock.
does anyone have that spell that cleans things? Like poking at it with a javelin. Like,
Prestidigitation?
yes, that's the one. I'm not
Negative.
scraping stuff
Nope.
off with the tip of a javelin.
Spit on it, wipe it off some.
Thomas wants to look
It's not that
scary,
kind of
so
adventure.
Thomas wants to look scary, so he's gonna pull his clown costume on.
About
Wow.
Lily, do you need healing potions? I have some more I can spare if you need a couple.
these-
I have one regular.
All right,
Stick-
I give you 2.
Alright. So it seems that we have a couple of options here for getting in this door. We can either try to pick the lock or just break it down.
Well, now these are these stairs that go down.
Yep. That's what normal people use.
Yeah.
Other people just walk through the wall.
Whatever works.
That just leads to the prow of the ship.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are like the walls of the apartments here and here, and then these are those heavy looking doors.
Man.
Lily, are you gonna heal up a little bit or no?
Oh yeah, I can drink.
Do you want Than to try to break it open?
So regular healing potion is 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2, yeah.
Yep.
And also this is for you too. We'll do this one. That's for you. And this is for me.
Oh,
Well,
Throwing out-
I'm
throwing
rolling
out-
about as
throwing
hot
out-
as stun.
throwing out heals
Yeah,
when somebody's not unconscious.
I know. That was just between
What a
Lily and I.
waste.
You guys are facing forward. You're looking at the door.
So, does anyone know how to pick a lock?
I do.
It might be easier than
can do.
trying to break it down.
All right. I will guidance myself. And did we check for traps or anything? Or is there anything?
No, we haven't.
It sounds like a personal
hear
choice
it?
on your part.
Can we hear anything beyond?
It's
You
best
can
not
make
to know.
a perception check to listen and look.
We haven't
Okay.
checked
I'll
anything.
guidance myself.
Start crying in the shower. Basement.
And apart from the sound of some distant residents coughing up phlegm and spitting it into this channel of water below you, it's pretty quiet. And you don't detect anything hazardous. You can see that the buildup of scum all over the walls here. It's very filthy and decrepit. But it doesn't sound like there's anyone beyond.
Well, guidance myself and try to pick the lock. Oof.
Hey, can I look over his shoulders and assist him?
um,
I think that's why he rolled a natural one. It's Ren is bothering the shit out of him.
basically. And
Ren's just like, you gotta push hard on it.
Yeah,
gotta,
you're
like-
doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong.
yeah, it's a bit rusted up and it's filled full of scum then. You can't quite get all the tumblers.
Can't quite do it. Looks like we're gonna have to
Oh.
bust through.
You just gotta break it down. Yeah.
Now you can attempt to bend the chains or break the door open. It'll be an athletics check.
Okay.
Someone still have that crowbar?
I'll put it in my mouth.
That's what I was about to ask.
Yeah, I'll hand you my crowbar.
Crowbar will give you advantage. You can
Is that Thomas with the
stick it
crowbar?
through the chain
Yeah.
and twist it
Were
around.
you a gangster?
All right. I will guidance myself and try to open it.
Yeah, why does Thomas
come from
carry
San
around
Francisco.
a crowbar?
He's the crowbar guy.
They don't do adventures.
He's
yet.
just-
Adventure.
He brought it from wherever he's from, San
From-
Francisco, wherever he's from.
Not from Trell, the guy that hooked me up before I left, before he died.
Yeah.
All right. If not many people know that Trell's died. His closest relatives are still completely unawares.
Yeah, I know. Failure in my mission.
They're fine. They're fine. They're happier not knowing.
All right, you jam the crowbar into the middle of these chains, stand and start twisting it and turning the crowbar until you put so much tension the links of this chain just snap and it comes loose and there's nothing blocking the door anymore. The doors actually kind of hang open a little bit too.
Of course, it's the front door.
Thomas looks around and wonders
how we
who's
roll.
the one standing in front.
We went in, came in through the back.
As you open this door, you see an oppressive hallway. It reeks of mildew, and you can smell rotting fish. The walls are severely stained, the ceiling sags, there are pockets of water and fungus weighing it down, little drips of water lining the walls, and the sound of creaking wood and dripping water loudly echoing.
As Norin walks through, you hear some scratching at first, and he goes, "Oh, sorry," and like ducks his head so his antlers don't scratch on the ceiling.
There's another hefty set of wooden doors here, and these ones are not locked.
Push them in or pull them, however they open.
You push them open, and there's like a chapel set up here. It's a
With a shark?
Oh,
Large.
I don't like this.
cavernous room. Smells of decayed fish, seaweed. The walls and the floor and the ceiling are all covered with complex carvings, spirals, smeared with blood, the symbol of Tharizdun. Everything is moldy and mildewy and damp. And there's like holes in the floor, holes in the ceiling, holes in the walls where the wood has become so soft and mushy that it's just caved in. And you see the symbol of Tharizdun. There are these crude pews set up here. Chairs and benches that have been kind of arranged together to create a chapel of some sort. Small semicircle kind of facing an antechamber to the west. And then there's this large fish-like shape hanging in the air at the far end of the alcove.
Oh. Forward. Get out.
Alright, you move up and you see a wide flight of slippery stairs standing at the end of the antechamber, leading down into this pool of filthy, slimy, oily, murky water. And the shape above the stairs is a rotting shark carcass. It hangs from the rafters on these frayed, mildewed ropes. There are humanoid heads in various states of decay that have been lashed to the shark's flanks. There are flies buzzing around here, and the stench is truly terrible. Beyond the stairs, there is water. A tunnel completely submerged. It's about 20 feet wide. Water fills the staircase to within a foot of the top of the stairs. And the tunnel seems to continue on beyond that.
But it's completely submerged.
It is. And
In nasty water.
Score 10
everyone,
gallons of water at a time.
this is when we roll initiative.
Ah, of course it is.
This shark starts flying.
Oh. Oh.
Sharknado!
Flying.
Yes.
Jeez.
Looks like a devoured rend.
Okay.
As you guys are standing here, suddenly the shark comes to life. It frees itself of the ropes and fishing net that it was holding up towards the ceiling. It starts just like cruising around, flying around everywhere.
The hell?
And that's not all. As this is happening, tentacles reach out of the water.
Oh.
It's an aboleth.
Oh boy.
It looks like
Oh.
this.
Oh, is it a
Oh.
baby aboleth?
It's an aboleth. It's fully grown. And it's reaching out with long tentacles to whoever it can grab. Ren, Nara. And, Thomas and Lily and Roderick and Dan. Well, Thomas and Lily and Roderick, you guys are kind of back a little bit. The ground gives way underneath you three, and you fall down.
Uh-huh.
You fall down below. Something bursts through the floor and rips you guys down. So you guys are separated. Yeah, you guys see massive claws, pincer claws just burst through the ground and start grabbing Thomas and Lily and Roderick. So, I'll roll initiative and I'll explain what it is for you guys down here.
I swear to God, I think Norn has to be last every time.
Alright, so this has all happened simultaneously. The shark started flying, the aboleth tried to grab you guys, and then Chul have burst through the floorboards.
Okay.
There's 4 of them, large lobster-like creatures, and 2 scum. As the floor gives way, Lily, Thomas, and Roderick, you fall. And immediately, you're submerged. You fell about 8 feet into water. And you just see the hole above you, 8 feet. That's this thing here. And it's just like a dark, dank chamber. There's no light. You're not sure how big this place is. You're in the water, so you guys are swimming. So underwater combat rules apply. And you're surrounded by these chuls. 3 chuls, and there's a couple of scum here too. Here's the underwater combat rules if you need them. So, Thomas and Lily, you guys splash down, and you guys are basically on the surface of the water. Roderick, what kind of armor are you wearing? Heavy?
Yes, adamantine.
Alright, you just sink 20 feet. You're 20 feet underneath the water.
Nice.
Straight away.
Maybe we should have cast water breathing or something before we get out here.
You
Nah,
do
this
water
is
breathing.
fine.
I was fixing it didn't last all day.
Yeah, it lasts 24 hours. You're good.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's one of the things you cast every morning.
Alright. Rend. You're up first.
I assume my rage wore off from all that time beforehand, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it only
Alright, I
lasts
will-
for about a round or two.
all right, I'll use my bonus action to rage, and I never extinguished the flame tongue, so it's still going, right?
It is.
All right, cool. And so I've got a flying shark above me.
You do.
I'll go ahead and try to get that out of the way if possible. I will, let's see, yeah, so Rage, and then Reckless, and then Great Weapon Master, that guy.
Hit. Alright, you whoosh, slash into the shark. 34 damage, you just slice into its flesh. It looks kind of undead, and you just hack through pieces of it.
Do that once more, hopefully.
That's another hit.
Oh, good.
And you slash through it again. The fire burns through it, and bits of rotten offal fall out all onto the ground. The stench is unnerving.
And can I just back up one step without... No, am I in range of this aboleth?
Maybe.
Where I was? Oh. I'm gonna back up one step anyway.
It's
We'll
going
see if
to cause a tentacle to just reach out and try and slap you, Rend. It does
Alright.
opportunity attack you. And, oh, I gotta fix that something up real quick. Alright, here's its attack. It's a slimy tentacle. Misses you.
And that's all.
At the end of your turn, the Aboleth will use a legendary action. And it's going to swipe its tail at Nara. Miss. It bounces off your armor with a 23. Thomas.
Okay, so my movement speed's halved, right?
Yeah, you're swimming. You're in water.
I'm gonna swim down and over Roderick. He said he went down 20 feet, so I can get within 5 feet of him.
Okay. When you swim down, this tool's going to try and grab you. I'll put it on the grid as well so we can see a little bit easier. There we go. Alright, you swim down, the troll tries to grab you with a pincer. And, oh, I gotta fix something up. For some reason these guys are all on Whisper. Try that again. Tries to grab you with a pincer.
I'll shield that.
Alright, you cast shield. And so you're swimming down 15 feet. This troll will also attack you. This guy here. You'll be leaving his reach. He misses. And yeah, that's it. You don't provoke from anything else. Alright, swim down 15 feet and you're above Roderick. The visibility down here, it's very murky, but you can see each other. You know, you're going to be close enough to see each other.
So
I
cast-
would also be invisible though, right?
Yeah, I don't think there's any light sources. So, yeah, technically you are invisible if someone's using dark vision to see you.
See, yeah.
Oh, okay. I cast shield, so I can't cast a leveled spell, right?
You can.
It's only a bonus action.
Yeah, only
Oh.
if you do a bonus action spell, then the only other spell can be a cantrip. Shield's not a bonus action.
Okay. Then I'm gonna reach out and touch Roderick and say, because we're underwater, and cast Dimension Door.
Oh, cool.
And I want to be 10 feet west and 5 feet up from where that edge of that hole was that we fell into. It's
Okay.
a spot I'm picturing in my mind.
You and Roderick spill out right next to a giant flying shark.
All right.
I'm all soggy.
That's movement. Oh no. Yeah, that's movement.
The Aboleth is going to tail swipe Nara again. Whoosh! It hits for 12 bludgeoning damage. Roderick.
I'm going to. How high is this shark?
It's above you. It's huge as well. It's like 30 feet long. It's just swimming around like towards the ceiling everywhere. It looks kind of ridiculous.
But it's within 5 feet above.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I will cast Shillelagh. Actually, no. Let's see. My Hunter's Mark is still a bonus action to move it. I'll just move my Hunter's Mark onto the shark, Hunter's Shark.
Okay.
And I'll shoot it, I suppose. Disadvantage.
It hits. An arrow sticks into it. And yeah, you see the arrow pierce into its flesh. This black rotten blood spills out of it everywhere.
Oh, another one.
That's a miss.
Yep.
The arrow bounces off of it.
And again.
That hit. Another arrow sticks into this flying shark, and it's looking. You can't really. It's like it's undead, so you can't really see how injured it is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all for now.
This Chul, it swims over towards you, Lily. Actually, it doesn't even need to swim there. It's got reach. It's going to swim over here, and it's going to just try and grab you, pluck you from the water with a pincer. And it's a crit.
That'll do it.
It grabs onto you and crushes you for 22 points of bludgeoning damage. When it does that, it's going to draw you closer to it. You become grappled. And it starts to wrap its long face tentacles around you. Make a Constitution saving throw against poison. It's some sort of slime on the tentacles that have affected you, Lily, and it causes you to completely freeze up. You are paralyzed.
Good to hear.
And it tries to hit you with its other pincer. And it's a critical hit. It hits you for 27 bludgeoning damage, and you are unconscious and dying. At the end of the Chul's turn, the Aboleth tries to attack Nara again with a long tentacle. Oh, sorry, a tail. Like a fish tail. Miss. A surge of water explodes out of this tunnel behind the Aboleth, and it smashes into everyone. that is above the water level. It doesn't affect you, Lily. It hits everyone here. It's just a tidal surge. As it hits you guys, it attempts to throw you backwards. Everyone make a strength save.
Speciality.
Oh, come on.
A big surge.
Mine's at advantage.
It knocks you back, and into the hole you go. And when you hit the water, Norin, because you're in heavy armor, you immediately sink 20 feet.
Okay. Makes sense.
Is
Nara.
A4 enough?
Yes, Roderick. A 4 makes it. Alright, and Nara, you're thrown back 20 feet from the surge, and you're knocked back here, and you're knocked prone. You're also prone, Norin. And, oh, sorry, Nara. I don't know why I said that, Nara. You didn't move at all. 17 succeeds. Roderick has distracted me. Roderick, you're next. You go back 20 feet into the water, and you're down next to Norin, prone, underwater, surrounded by chulls.
Oh, hey, Lily.
Lily does not respond. Okay.
Lily.
Rand, you don't budge with a 16. And Thomas, 13 is not enough. You're knocked 20 feet back. You land prone. And because you are in no armor, you're just going to kind of hit the surface above Lily. You will be knocked prone. And you basically, you land on an unconscious Lily. And did you make one, Than? Strength save?
No, I was waiting for you to tell me to. I wasn't sure. I didn't make any saving throw yet. Nothing.
Alright, go give us a strength save. Yeah, the water comes out of the stairs and just like it's a big tidal surge. And
Right.
it knocks you back 20 feet and prone, Than. But it doesn't knock you into the hole because you weren't lined up with the hole. A scum immediately dives down to you, Norin. And 20 feet is pretty much the bottom of this. It's like it's like an apartment filled with like bits of mushy wooden furniture. Completely submerged to a depth of 20 feet. There's no light here either. And the scum tries to grab you with a mind-breaking touch.
How much?
Um,
What's the distance from the top deck to the water? Sorry, I think I forgot that. Or
You're not sure. You'll have to check. Dan hasn't been down there, so he wouldn't know.
I'm right next to the hole. I thought maybe I'd see it.
The scum is going to try and grab you, Norin, with a mind-breaking touch. It's a crit. It wraps a milky tentacle around you.
I'm attuned to the gavel.
Okay, so the first attacks on you are at disadvantage for your first round.
Yeah.
Okay, well, an 18
Which is
misses
great
you.
for me because I'm always last.
Alright.
Yep.
And then it does its thing. It tries to poke you with a trident.
That's why.
It hits you for 8 piercing.
Okay.
And it tries again. And it misses you. Alright, Lily. You're still grabbed by the chul, and you need to make a death saving throw.
Alright.
You succeed the death save, and you get to repeat the con save for the poison. You're actually technically poisoned as well. Not that that's going to affect anything. And you're good. At the end of your turn, you're no longer poisoned and paralyzed.
I'm just regular old dead.
Yep. It's like when someone gets knocked out, they go stiff sometimes.
Nara.
I am going to bonus action fighting spirit. in range of the aboleth here.
Yep. Squares are 5 feet, so you're next to it. It's like peering out of these stairs.
Alright, I'm going to attack it.
That's a miss. Oh, sorry, 21. Sorry, you've got fighting spirit. 21 hits. I'll give you advantage marker too. Alright, you slice into it, and just slash into its slimy flesh. Then you crit it. Drive the longsword through it again. Bring the longsword around again, and you slash it for another 15 damage. And as you're attacking it, Nara, you're actually getting this mucus all over you. And you need to make 3 constitution saves for those 3 attacks.
Oh, jeez.
It's like a light green mucus spraying all over you. This is against disease. It doesn't affect you.
And then I'm going to action surge and attack 3 more times.
That's a hit. You slash it again. And another hit. And another hit. And you'll need to make 3 more con saves. Every single time you attack it, the mucus is getting on you. And you're fine. You still resist it. A scum swims down to Norin, and it does its attacks on Norin. Mind-breaking touch. It misses. Then a trident. It's a miss. And then another trident attack. It's a miss. A chul dives down into the water. About 10 feet down, so it gets into its reach of Norin. Tries to... Actually, it's going to come right up next to you, so it doesn't have disadvantage. It's going to try and
Okay.
really plant itself on you. And try and grab you with a pincer. It misses with its first pincer. And then it's going to try and grab Roderick with the other. And Roderick, this will be disadvantage, of course. Because you're invisible, because you're prone. And it's a hit. It hits you for 11 bludgeoning.
Yep.
And you become grappled. And it uses its tentacles on you. You'll need a con save for poison.
Oh, that's the concentration.
The paralyzing slime on the chul's tentacles doesn't affect you. Alright, it's the aboleth's turn. And this aboleth, it actually speaks to you telepathically, Nara, and says, I have been awaiting you. There could be a use for you yet. I may keep some of you alive, but I don't need all 7 of you. And it's going to start using its tentacles now. It's going to try and hit you with a tentacle, Nara. It misses. The tentacle just whoosh, bounces straight off you. It splashes up. So it's like half in the water, half out the water, climbing up the stairs. And it uses a tentacle on Ren. That misses. And it's going to try another tentacle on Ren. Oh no, wait, you're reckless, Ren.
No,
So...
yeah, it hit me.
Alright, give me a con save against disease, Ren. When this tentacle hits you, it's also covered in slime. You're good, so you just take 5 bludgeoning damage. And then a third tentacle attack on you, Ren. It hits you for 7 bludgeoning, and you'll need another con save.
Alright.
You're good. Alright, let's see what's going on here. This chul's gonna dive down 20 feet and it's gonna go for Thomas. It's gonna get into within 5 feet of him. And oh, actually it doesn't need to dive down because you're on the surface. So it's just gonna stay where it is. It's gonna try and grab you with a pincer, Thomas. and it bounces off your shield, which is still active. It tries again, and the pincer bounces back. Alright, this flying shark is going to start flying all around the room. It provokes from Nara and Ren. Do 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 do.
They just fly around the room.
Yep. Nara, you swing and you hack into its undead flesh. And Rend, you take a swing and you hit it as well with a 13.
Oh wow.
Swing upwards and you sear into it. And then it actually provokes from Than as well. It's just circling the room. It looks very comical. There's no source as to how it's flying. Then you take a stab at it but miss. And then as it does a round of the room, it opens its mouth and attempts to bite you, Ren. And it's an automatic hit. And you see it just open its mouth and chomp onto you. A single shark tooth scratches you. And you take 1 point of psychic damage. Although it's psychic damage, to you, it feels like it's piercing damage. And that's it. It just does that. It just starts flying around the room and biting people. That's what flying sharks do. Alright, the Aboleth's going to use a legendary action, and it's going to actually it seems like it just kind of stops for a brief moment, and it repairs itself. Some of the injuries that were inflicted upon it start to close up. Okay, we've got another tool here. And it's going for Thomas. First attack. Sorry, 24 is going to hit you.
Yep.
Thomas, it grabs you for 8 bludgeoning damage. As it grapples you, it attempts to apply its tentacles to you. Give me a con save against poison.
I know from experience that's not high enough.
You are paralyzed and poisoned. As the tentacles hit you, it freezes you up, and then the tool tries to hit you with another pincer. And it misses you. Than, you can use half your movement speed to stand up.
Okay. And can I move into here or to a spot where I can look down? And what do I see?
Alright, you look down and you see water splashing everywhere. You see these giant lobster creatures. The surface of the water is about 8 feet roughly below you. And yeah, you can...
Can I see my entire party or no?
You can't see anyone from where you're standing.
I can't. I cannot?
No.
Okay. And that's due to just the darkness, or
Well, when you look down there, you see this dark water. You see some splashing around. You see like one of these creatures near the surface, or a part of it, and then a scum, and then more splashing around down there.
So I can't see Lily at all from where I am.
No, the water is pitch black.
Pitch black.
There's no light down here. The water's murky. You can call out.
She's unconscious though, right? Or I can call out and see.
You don't know that. So you don't know anything that's happening down there.
All right, I'm gonna cast.
That would be metagaming.
I'll cast Bless on the 3 of us up top here.
I think you'll need to move if you want to get Nara. It's only got a 30-foot range.
30 feet, yeah, okay.
Alright, when you move there, Than, you've got a bit of a better angle. Now you can see Thomas. He's kind of over here. And he's gripped by one of these chul, one of these lobster creatures. He's the only person that you see.
I can't see anyone else. Okay.
He's also
Well-
completely paralyzed. He's just being held up. He's all limp and unresponsive.
Okay. That's my action. Wow. Okay, and I guess I will put the as a bonus action, I'll put the help action on the aboleth, if that's possible. And then I'll go to here. Sorry, was that not right? Because I used half my movement.
That's right.
That's 10.
35.
Okay. Yep. And my turn.
Alright, the aboleth is going to take a tail swipe at Rend.
It's uncalled for.
And whoosh, you hit for 13 points of bludgeoning damage. It just slaps you directly in the face. Norin, you can right yourself in the water, half movement speed.
So quick question. Are there any like special rules for trying to drink potions underwater, or?
No.
Okay.
It just turns the entire area into a potion.
Yeah, just pour a healing potion out here. Stir it up
You
so we can't
just
die.
quickly put your mouth over it and quickly uncork it. You can breathe the water, so you literally just inhale it all. If you couldn't breathe the water, then you would be drowning.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
So you can
I
yourself.
will. Yeah, I will stand up.
Yeah, you can literally stand as well because you're on the ground here.
Yeah, I'm really heavy, so.
That's the way to do it, Ren.
Right, down here, your visibility is limited to 10 feet because of the murkiness of the water. So you can see well, I guess you can detect Roderick next to you. You can see Lily. Maybe Thomas's feet kind of wading above somewhere. Or Lily's probably sinking
Tickle
down,
them.
actually. Lily would be sunk down to the bottom by now. Oh, no, she wouldn't. She's
Oh.
grabbed by the chul, actually.
Okay, I was about to say, did the troll let go?
Chul's still got her grappled.
Okay. Okay, quick question. This scum here, didn't he come down and take swipes at me too?
Oh, yeah, he did too. So he's next to you.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to take out and drink a potion of invulnerability.
Potion of vulnerability. Alright.
yeah,
Resistance to all damage.
Resistance. Yeah. Because I feel like I'm about to take a lot.
I'll give you a shield icon for that one. I think there's an invulnerability. An actual invulnerability marker. Yeah, it's like an armor. Golden suit of armor.
Cool. I'll action surge. Pull out my trusty trident, Old Faithful, that I've been using for most of the campaign.
And now you're actually using it underwater as it's intended to be.
Yeah, in the actual correct context now. Alright, let's get to work. I'll start swinging at that one first.
And that's a hit.
Okay.
You poke into it, inky blood spills out all around it.
And I'll put my unwavering mark on it. Then change directions with the trident and hit that one, or attempt to. Yeah, definitely an attempt.
It jumps back. The trident attack falls short.
Okay. And finally, I'll swing at the chol that came down by me.
Hit.
And I'll put my unwavering mark on him as well.
Trident goes through the chul's shell and it's marked.
Cool. And that is going to be my turn.
Meanwhile, above, in the temple, Rend, you're up.
Alright. I'm gonna forget about this stupid flying shark. I'll provoke from him, I don't care.
It's a red herring.
It doesn't attack.
And okay. And then gonna great weapon master reckless attack this guy.
That hits him. He resists the fire damage because he's submerged, but the rest of it whoosh, slashes straight into his olive-colored flesh and opening up this big wound, and it retorts, and you've injured it decently, you know. And second attack is a miss.
And yeah, I don't have any bonus. Okay, that's it.
Alright, Thomas, you are paralyzed. So, you just need to try and get out of that by making a constitution save.
Alright, I'll use Tides of Chaos to get advantage.
And you're good. You regain control of your bodily functions. You're no longer poisoned, you're no longer paralyzed, and you just you kind of mixed in with Lily in the water there, and the Chul is still firmly grappling you.
Just play dead up there.
Roderick.
First thing I'd like to do is cast a healing word on Lily. Let's give her the best word.
You don't have visibility on her.
Oh, I don't have visibility.
She is just out.
Is she
yeah,
too far?
10 feet of visibility this water has, and she is
Yeah, okay.
15 feet above you, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because this Chul's
So,
grabbed her.
how does a lion work in here?
A lion? Lion?
A
Wait,
lion.
a lion? It works like a
A
lion.
lion.
It works like a lion.
Lions can swim, right?
Anything
I
can
mean,
swim.
Probably.
It can at least
With
try to
enough
swim.
motivation.
Yeah.
How long can they hold their breath?
I mean, does a lion float? Like,
What?
It
can I use the lion as a floater to like float me up?
it could
You might
attempt to
find
swim
out.
up with you. It would need an athletics check to do that.
Yeah, okay.
There's a lion.
I shouldn't weigh that much if I'm underwater. Relatively. As in, like, it would be lighter. They're pretty strong. They might as well try. I got no chance of swimming up by myself. So I will bust out a lion.
Okay, just one.
Just
Are
one.
you gonna ride it underwater?
All right.
That's the plan.
It's gonna immediately start drowning.
Let's take a look at this lion, this item. So
I mean, they don't drown.
you take out the statuette, you speak the command word, and you throw it to a point on the ground within 60 feet of you. Where would you like to throw it?
Underneath.
Between your legs.
So. Yeah, between my legs would be useful, but I mean, like 5 feet in front of me also works.
It has to be an unoccupied space. So like on the ground there, next to you there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this lion. And okay, there's now a lion next to you. It's friendly to you,
Yeah.
understands your language, and it'll immediately start drowning.
Yeah.
But
Can't
it can
hold your
survive.
breath for a certain number of turns.
How's it going to hold its breath? It doesn't have any breath when it appears. It appears
Well, I mean-
underwater, so it doesn't have a chance to take in a breath.
It doesn't get a breath from the plane that it came from.
It doesn't instantly drown. It can
Yeah,
go a
okay.
number of rounds before it will drown.
Okay, sure.
But yeah, it's not able to hold its breath. It's appeared underwater and it can't breathe in the water. But it doesn't just drown straight away. It has a number of rounds. I won't tell you because I don't want to dishearten you. But I'll let you know.
It has a con of 13, doesn't it? So like 1 round.
Let's just roll initiative for the lion. And we'll take it from there.
All right. So if I mount it, it will be moving on.
Well, you have to get out of the grapple first because you're pinned to the ground at the moment.
Okay.
But yeah, if you mount it, then we go on to mounted combat rules. It can be controlled by you and join your initiative, or you can let it act independently.
Yeah.
First things first, it needs to roll initiative. Do one thing at a time, and we'll burn that other bridge when we get to it.
Yeah. There's the initiative.
Alright, it goes on 22.5. Alright, so that was your action. And it literally goes like 0.1 of an initiative count above you.
Yeah.
The worst roll you can do.
Yeah, pretty much. In that case, what else?
You still got your bonus action.
Yeah, which I think can't really do much useful with. I suppose I'll use my second wind. Is that all I can do with it right now? With Hunter's Mark on myself, nice, an extra. No. And that's all.
Alright, this Chul, it sees that there's way too many tokens on the same area, so it pulls Thomas and Lily back. No, it pulls
away from the hole.
It pulls you guys away, and it's going to try and continue crushing its prey. And with its interactive object, it's going to just take one of your magic items, Lily, because it loves magic items. So it takes your, what have you got here? It takes damper, and it keeps it in one of its pincers or wraps it around a tentacle. Because that, when you fall unconscious, whatever you're holding falls out of your hand. So it takes damper, and then it's going to use its tentacles on Thomas. And Thomas, you'll need to make a con save against poison. You resist the poison this time, and it just keeps on crushing you, Thomas. First attack, it crushes you for 10 bludgeoning damage. Second attack, it crushes you for 8 bludgeoning damage. Ends its turn there. Alright, it's the Aboleth's Lair action. Everyone in the water down here is affected by this layer action. The water becomes attuned with psychic energy.
Okay.
Norin, Roderick, Lily, Thomas. Make wisdom saving throws.
Three's good, right?
Oh, I mean 11.
Even if I'm not
Okay.
conscious?
Only if it's red.
Yeah. You're only unconscious, you still get to make wisdom saving throws. Still affects your mind. So, Thomas, you take 7 psychic damage. Norin, you take 3 psychic damage. Or you take 1 with your resistance. Roderick, you'll need a wisdom save too. And Lily, you will fail a death saving throw because you take damage while you're unconscious. Roderick, you're not affected. The scum next to you, Norin, keeps on attacking you. Mind-breaking touch.
I'm going to use my reaction to do a warding maneuver. He still hits me, but...
Alright, you're hit for 11 psychic damage. And you have disadvantage on wisdom saves for 1 round now. Which could not be good if you get hit with that psychic rage again. The trident attack. Hits you for 3 piercing. Another trident attack misses you. Lily, you will need to make a death saving throw.
There it is.
Hey! Wow.
You're alive.
Big numbers, no
You
whammies.
become conscious. You look around. Thomas is next to you. He's also in the claws of the Chul. There's all sorts of shit that's going on. There's like a lion, flying sharks. And you're not even sure if this is real. What do you do?
Go back to sleep.
You can see that this Chul has your rapier, like curled up in one of its tentacles as well.
Okay. No, I think the first thing I would do is Dimension Door with me and Thomas.
Your sword.
Where do you want to go?
How about that hallway before we walked into the chapel?
Start of it or end of it? Like chapel, closest to the chapel side or closest to the ship side?
Let's just aim for the middle of it.
Middle? You and Thomas... Wait, is Thomas willing?
Thomas is so willing, you couldn't believe it.
Alright, you guys...
Well, Roger,
Anyway,
You disappear out of
well,
the
Roger,
Chul's
good
grip,
being you, buddy.
and
Jesus.
you find yourselves both laying prone in the middle of that hallway.
Oh, what am I saying? The lion's here too.
exactly.
To stand up from prone?
Alright, get up with 15 feet of movement.
I don't know if it'll help me much with only 1 HP, but I'll use the bonus action to Blade Sing.
Okay.
Could be the difference.
There's just like a shark flying around here everywhere as well when you get up.
It's Jabberjaw.
That's the most I can do.
No.
And I'm gonna attack the aboleth.
That hits. You slice into it again. Another slash into it. You start to hack into some of its tentacles. You go to swing again, but it hits your hand away. Natural one is a miss.
2 con saves, right?
Yep. Con save for every hit. You're good. This scum is going to attack you, Norin. Same thing. It's 3-hit combo. Mind breaking touch. Miss. And 2 trident attacks. You hit for 2 damage. And it's a miss. There's still 4 Chul in this underwater grotto. This Chul's going to attack you, Norin. First, it tries to grab you with a pincer. And then again. It's a crit. It hits you for 11 bludgeoning damage. And you become grappled. And you need to make a con save against poison, because it uses tentacles on you too.
I'm going to use Indomitable.
Good idea.
I'd rather not be paralyzed.
You are indomitable. The poison doesn't affect you.
Cool.
I'll just draw lines to like which Chul's grappling who as well. Alright, it's the Aboleth's turn. And it keeps on thrashing around in the water here. You can do my bidding? Yes, you'll do just fine. You hear its telepathic voice speak to your mind, Ren. And it starts to charm you. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
Nice.
You resist. You feel it starting to really take complete control of your mind. But when it actually saw what you were thinking of, it just... Oh, what the hell? What? I didn't even think that was possible. Ah, my head! And it actually swims away. Fuck this shit! It starts swimming away, provoking from Rend and Nara. The horror! Alright, you take a swing and your 17 hits. And your 28 also hits. Both you need con saves as you both slash at it. And I think you missed a con save before as well, Rend. So you should make another one. But I don't think it's going to bother you guys with high constitution. Alright, so yeah, you hit it pretty hard. And it escapes down this tunnel. And it's no longer visible. But you don't think it could have got away that much. But it's gone, you know, off this map. It looked pretty decently injured when it escaped too. You can just see like an underwater tunnel leading down this direction, and the visibility cuts out after about 20 feet. Meanwhile, this flying shark also vanishes now too. Meanwhile, underneath the floorboards of this temple, there is another battle going on. And it's between this Chul and the lion. The Chul swims down to the ground level, 20 feet down. And it's going to try and grab the lion with a tentacle. Sorry, a pincer. The lion is hit for 14 bludgeoning damage, and it's grappled. And the Chul's going to attack you, Roderick. And it's advantage and disadvantage because you're invisible. So you still hit, and you not crit. You hit for 11 bludgeoning damage. Grappled by the Chul. And then it's going to use its tentacles on you, Roderick. You need to make a con save for poison. You resist.
Advantage.
Yeah, 16 is good. And that's its turn.
Has to be a dwarf, huh?
Or someone wearing a dwarven belt.
Chul is going to
Very tall dwarf.
Just like reach up, grab these floorboards, and climb up. And then it's going to move 10 feet closer to Nara and Roderick. And that puts it just in range. And it's going to start going for you guys. As if these things were being contacted by the Aboleth to try and cover its escape. And it's going to use a pincer attack on Rend. And it hits. And it grapples you, Rend. You take 7 bludgeoning damage. And it's going to try and grab Nara as well. The pincer bounces straight off your armor, Nara. And then its long tentacles reach for Rend. And Rend, you need a con save against poison.
Okay.
Just like eating the slime. Seeing what it tastes like. Making out with the Chul.
It's that dwarven belt, man. Those dwarves like their poison.
Damn.
Than is instinctively did this door open? Did he see Lily and?
Yeah, it's been open the whole time.
Okay.
But I think there's you can hear them, but yeah, there is a pillar obscuring your view of them while you're standing.
No, I was down in the corner
Okay.
before.
Oh well, then yeah. The
so
door's
I
been
saw
open
them, right?
the whole time. Yeah.
I thought you were down in the water.
No one closed it.
Okay, and
Somehow
so
they're
I'm
there.
gonna. Than would immediately go to the edge and see if he can see the missing companions, which would be Norin and Roderick.
There's just bubbles, splashing in bubbles coming from the murky water below.
Okay.
Everything must be down there somewhere.
And I will put the help action on this lobster. And I will... does it look like it's injured at all? No.
No, it's fresh.
I will do Toll the Dead on it.
And takes 19 necrotic damage. Its shell it turns into a soft shell crab.
And then, and they have, I guess I will end my turn.
Alright, Norin.
Okay. What do I know about like mixing potions? Like if I drink one potion and then I drink another one.
Drinking them is okay. Mixing them together is completely different.
Okay, so drinking them one after the other is fine, but like mixing them
Yeah.
together is different. Okay. Making sure. Okay. In that case, let's see. There may be a couple of rounds where I don't do anything but drink potions.
Nora's just tanking all the chills, just drinking potions constantly.
I'm going to, for my action, I'm going to drink a potion of heroism.
Alright, you get bless and some hit points.
10 temp HP, I believe. But that's gonna go away, I imagine, so I'll just put it in my regular hit points for now. And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to second wind. Alright. Yep. I think that's all I'm gonna do. That's my turn.
Ren. You're
So,
grappled. So your
I'm
movement
grappled.
speed is 0.
Alright,
It's
so
like holding you away from it.
can I
Extending its
attack
long
the
claw
tentacle
out.
holding me?
You don't have reach. The creature's here. It's not holding you with a tentacle, it's got you with its pincer. But yeah, it has reach and you don't, so you're not able to reach it.
I mean, it's physically touching me, but I can't attack it.
It's 10 feet away from you. These are...
Okay.
Combat's abstracted as well. It's not 10 feet wide, and you're not 5 feet wide.
I know. I was thinking of like slicing downwards. Then how can I try to break the grapple?
It's a athletics check or an acrobatics check. It takes an action. Or you can remove the tool from your reach. Or you can remove yourself from its reach.
Or you can just kill it.
But well, I mean, I can't move, right? Because I'm grappled. I can't
Yeah,
move,
your
right?
movement speed is 0.
All right. So then I gotta break the grapple first. So the advantage. I don't know if 12 will matter.
12 is not enough.
Cool.
It's purposely holding you out of reach of it. You're not able to attack it or get to it. If you're trying to slash away at its pincer and the blade's just scraping off of it, not doing anything. If you want to flavor it like that.
I guess that's it.
Thomas.
Okay. This is kind of rough down there. I'm gonna I'll use half my movement to stand. And half my movement to move. Pull out the Afridi bottle and open it.
Okay. So I think for the next few times it just like obeys your command, right?
Yeah, it serves me for an hour. So I've got this one and one more.
Alright, it
Oh.
appears and says, Hello, Master. My wish is your command.
I like that, but for now, go down below and kill the Chol and scum down there.
All right, where is
You
this?
have an opportunity.
That scum with a K, just in case.
Yeah.
Let me find. Where is this thing's character sheet? I have to find it.
It's gonna get down here. The hell? What's the lion doing down here?
If I can actually find its character sheet, I don't know where it's gone. I'll have to do a quick search for it. Is it in your folder somewhere? Nope. Strange. Let me get you an Afridi character sheet.
Already.
Oh, let me get an Afridi because it's still controlled by... It's an NPC. Anyway, there it is. Alright, so you open the bottle and a red smoke pours out of it. The Afridi appears before you and it crosses its arms. It has a large falchion just sheathed by its side, and it does exactly as you command. So it says, it nods its head, and then yeah, you've got one more time of this, and then the fourth time, sorry, you've got two more times of this, including this time. Then the fourth time, the Afridi escapes and then disappears. I'm free,
Yeah.
he'll say. You never had a friend like me, he says.
For
Alright,
2 more hours anyway.
he's gonna say, very well, I will burn everything down there with fire.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
good luck.
Your flaming friend might give you some light, but I don't know if that'll help.
Kill this
So that's
scum.
that.
I consider dwarves scum of the earth. No, he doesn't say that. He'll go down there and help everyone.
All right. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I can do. Yeah, I'll quicken a firebolt at the chol that's up here.
That's a hit, and yeah, it starts to roast the chul. Its shell turns a bit red. It's getting cooked to perfection. Finally, this is the moment you've been waiting for, Roderick. It's the lion's turn.
Does it drown?
It doesn't drown, no. But you hear this like that sound in Sonic the Hedgehog when Sonic's drowning. It's getting really quick, really intense, really quickly.
Okay. Yep. So I suppose it's grappled. It would have to use an action to escape that, right?
It would.
Uh-huh. Or it can just attack. I suppose it's going to die soon anyway, so just get it to attack. I'm expecting to be stuck down here, regardless, because it'll probably die if it tries moving out of the reach. So it's going to do a bite on next to it
It's a mess.
with
Even-
advantage because the pack
yeah,
tactics.
even with the pack tactics, 13 is not enough to get through this thing's shell, unfortunately.
Man, this is what happens when you bring a level 1 Pokemon to a battle.
The lion is trying its best. Don't be so hard on it.
Yeah, I need to switch it out for something
Don't
else.
don't lion shame.
Hey, it didn't
Um,
ask to be brought here.
It did not
No,
want to
it
be
didn't.
brung 20 feet underwater, be submerged and instantly drowning.
So fighting types are apparently weak against water psychic types. Okay, good to know. I don't think it can really do anything else. Yep. So it can drown.
It's not drowned yet. Have some faith.
It's not a real lion anyway,
Have
guys.
some
Don't
faith
worry.
in it, Roderick. All right, you're up.
Yeah. So it is tempting to just plant a bean and see what happens. That takes a minute. I have to break the grapple to be able to do much, or I can just attack. I'll use a acrobatics to try to escape the grapple.
Okay. You try to get out
As
of
always.
the pincer, but it's firmly got you, and you're unable to escape.
Yep. Let's see. Is the ground beneath me stone?
It's yeah, there's a stone foundation.
Okay. I'll cast Meld into Stone as a bonus action.
Yeah.
And
Meld into stone. Alrighty.
my stone orb of the Stein rune.
Okay, alright, using that one. The one that the stone giants were using.
Yep.
Okay. And it's just a regular Meld into stone spell.
Yeah, you cast Meld into Stone as a bonus action. Can't use it again to finish short or long rest.
Okay. Meld into stone.
So I think that.
And yeah, earthen step. So when you're melded into the stone, I think you're like still aware of what's outside, but all of the equipment you carry go into the stone. Nothing of your presence remains visible. Right, that immediately breaks the grapple.
Yep.
And you can't see what's outside. You can barely hear outside. You're aware of the passage of time, and you can cast spells on yourself. You can use your movement to leave the stone where you entered it. Otherwise, you can't move.
Norin looks over his shoulder again to say something to Roderick. Oh. Well, Lion, I guess it's just you and me.
And it's not concentration either.
Yeah.
I think that's Roderick's personal quest completed.
Yeah. Do I level up?
One with the stone.
Lily,
Roderick is never seen again.
Lily, you'll need to make a dexterity save.
He's never coming out.
You can carry the stone with you, Pet Rock.
Sorry, what am I doing?
A dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Alright. You have a chul just burst through the ground underneath you, creating a 10-foot by 5-foot hole in the ground, which basically matches the floor of this tunnel, and you can choose to move out of the way if you wish. You can jump to one side like that, and yeah, that's what it
jump
does.
to the other side? That would be like
within 5 feet. Within 5 feet. Yeah. Alright, there's like, you can see a hole there now. It just bursts through like that. And yeah, this chul's got its pincers out. It's like half of its torso is like still under the floorboards, and it's just like climbing up with its many appendages and flailing its pincers around like that. But that was its action. Okay. Down below, it's Norin and a lion, basically. The scum is going to attack you, Norin.
Okay.
It misses and tries to poke you with a trident and hits you for 4 piercing damage. And then it tries to poke you again. And you're good. And you no longer have that disadvantage on wisdom saves now.
Cool.
Alright, Lily. This thing is just burst straight through the floor. Tentacled horror.
Yeah, it sure did, didn't it? Oh, I spent everybody's turn thinking about what I was going to do, and then he changed it right before my turn.
That happened.
Oh, gosh. Okay. I guess we're going to probably call out a big bee's hand.
Alright, where are you putting the big beast hand?
Let's see.
Behind you.
Yeah, for the moment.
Okay. Which configuration are you looking at doing?
I think I was going to try to push this guy away from me, or maybe you. No, down's not going to really help, is it? You know, let's. How far can I push him? I can push him 5 times 25.
Poke
Yeah,
him?
yeah. I'm gonna have it go here and then push him. If I can find my thing, try to push him off this way.
Alright, do the pushing hand. Alright,
Okay, so
poking hand. Alright, make a strength check. +8. D20 +8. Alright, massive spectral hand just pokes the Chul. So when it's pushed, how far is it pushed?
5 times my int modifier, so 25 feet.
Alright, it pokes the Chul and the Chul goes flying 25 feet.
Oh, I guess that direction works.
Or which way did you want to put it? The other way?
It's fine. It's fine. That'll do.
Alright, so yeah, forceful hand. And then the hand moves with the target to remain 5 feet. And so it just keeps on pushing the Chul. Poking it until it's over there. Nara.
Gonna attack.
Alright, first attack has advantage. Because of Than's help action. So roll again. That is a hit. So 13 slashing damage.
And again.
That's another hit. For another 9. The Chul's looking bloodied.
And again.
And that is a hit. Whoosh, the longsword cuts through the Chul. It's close to death.
And I want a bonus action shield bash it and try to knock it prone.
And it is not resisting that. You just smash the shield into its legs, sweep it up, and it falls over prone. Alright, Norin, you've got this scum on you. It tries to mind-breaking touch you. It hits you for 5 psychic damage.
Okay, I'm not gonna ward it. I'm not gonna do the warding maneuver.
You have disadvantage on wisdom saves until the end of its next turn. Then it does its trident attack. It hits you for 4 piercing damage. And again, it hits you for 3 piercing damage. Ends its turn there. This Chul that has you, Norin, it uses its tentacles on you. And you need to make a con save against poison.
Okay.
You resist the tentacles and then it just starts crushing you with its pincers, or attempting to. And it's not doing anything. And it's just going to drag you away a little bit. Drag you back 15 feet.
Okay. Oh, okay. I don't know how that. I don't know how it would work in terms of my my ability to make it stop. I can make my opportunity attack if it moves 5 feet while within my range. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what it does, right? If it's moves 5 feet within your range, then yeah, it's
Yeah.
within your range. It's moved 5 feet, so you can stop
Okay.
it from dragging you away.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Ah, damn it.
Pin it to the ground.
15 is not enough to get through its armor.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
All right, the Afriti says, "What will you have me do? Is this the scum you speak of, strangely dressed human?"
No, it slay the creatures below decks, the scums and the chulls. And an aboleth if you see it.
He nods at you and he immediately flies down the hole. As he's flying down the hole, the Chul's going to attack him with a pincer. He's going to get out of the Chul's reach.
Oh, shit.
It grabs onto the Ifriti, and the Ifriti's grappled instead.
Say, alright, kill that one.
The Ifriti grumbles something. Strange, silly humans. Very well. And then the Ifriti turns around and just starts hacking into the Chul. And it just starts slicing into it. Fire is cooking it. 19 damage for the first attack, 23 damage for the second attack. The Chul's already looking kind of damaged. This Chul is going to tentacle the lion because the lion's doesn't have it rough enough as it is. The lion needs to make a con save against poison.
It'll be fine. Next time I pull it out.
It resists.
Probably.
And it crushes the lion for 11 damage. And the lion vanishes. It turns back into that little bauble. Rolls along the ground. The Chul likes that. And he's going to take it. He'll take the figurine and wrap it up in his tentacle. And he'll just add that to his inventory. And then he'll
Does
look
the stone
down.
lion count as magical now?
You can't really detect him, so you're not really sure what he's doing. You can just hear some noise.
Yep.
And he seems to just kind of stay there. Yeah. You can hear he's in your vicinity. You feel like he knows you're there, Roderick.
Yep.
These things seem to have an affinity for magic. This Chul is going to help itself up and just come in swinging a pincer at you, Nara. And it's going to bounce straight off you. It's going to use its movement to start swinging Rend around. And it's going to move you around like this, Rend. It looks like it's getting ready to just throw you down that hole, but it doesn't quite get there. It is going to use its tentacles on you, Rend, so make a con save against poison. Tentacles don't affect you, and then it's going to swing at Nara again with a pincer. I'm just trying to like bash it into her. It's a miss. Than.
I will. I'll just toll the dead on the one that's holding Rand, I guess.
It moved me in close to its body. That was a tactical error on its part.
Okay.
12 necrotic damage. It's almost dead.
Okay, and I will put the help action on this guy over here.
Alright.
Okay, so I'm going to attempt to break the grapple that the Chul has on me at the moment.
Athletics or
So
acrobatics?
Definitely athletics.
Alright, you just grab both sides of the pincers and just... It's still trying to compress the pincer, but you just open it straight up and you free yourself from the grapple.
Okay. Then I'm going to use my bonus action, the hidden step, and go invisible. And let's move around a bit. So I'm basically in like an apartment that's sunk.
You would imagine so. Really, when you look around, in 10 feet in every direction, the water is lightly obscured. It's very murky. You can see like a chair floating around here or there or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, Norin knows he's not going to be like swimming up, not in his armor. So Let's walk a little ways.
Well, I don't know. If you get an athletics check like that again, you will be.
Oh, okay.
It's not impossible. You just need athletics check. Part of your
It's
movement.
just pretty hard.
Yeah.
I don't. I know that Roderick is still down here, or at least I have an inkling. So I don't want to leave just yet. So I'll like move over here, just over here for now, and just be invisible.
Rand.
Alright, so I can attack him now, right?
Yeah, you're within 5 feet of it.
Alright. Reckless attack.
Hit. And you just push the flaming greatsword into the Chul's face. Dead.
So I'm no longer grappled?
Yeah, not grappled anymore. Pincer falls off of you.
15. Alright, so I'll move up to this guy and attack him.
How dare you?
Good job. You have advantage, Ren, because you're reckless and no other reason. That hits. And you slash some flaming lobster, and that Chul's looking kind of hurt now. It's still got Lily's rapier curled up in one of its tentacles.
Since I killed the other one, I used my bonus action.
Hit. And you slash into it, 21 damage. Chul's pretty badly injured now.
Alright. Stop. There we go.
Thomas.
Alright, I'm going to
Thomas the Clown.
just gonna say screw it. One. And as I step off the edge here, I'm gonna true polymorph into the biggest shark I can.
Okay. You splash into the water.
Not true polymorph.
An 8-foot drop. And I think the biggest shark you could do is a giant flying shark.
Yeah. Flying for a moment and then swim.
Say a hunter shark. Yeah, they're huge size. Same size as the one that you saw.
I think there's a giant shark that's bigger.
Is it?
Yeah, I think giant shark is a little bit bigger.
That's
than
what
the
I'm
hunter
thinking
shark.
of. Giant shark. Yes.
It's huge.
It's bigger than the baby shark as well. So.
Can you center me?
Sure, I'll fix up the character sheet for you too, so you have control of the shark. If I can find it somewhere. And yeah, you splash down, so you're basically on the surface of the water, and you can swim around anywhere here that you need to. And where did you want to go?
Probably down. It's where I know my friends went because I saw them sink down when we dropped. Right.
I think the shark has like a blind side or something too.
I just looked up 60 feet blind sight.
Yeah, they got these special sensors. So yeah, you'll detect Norin. You won't detect Roderick because he's melded into stone, and yeah, we should have vision as the shark now.
So I'll swim down. But I got to go down about 15 to be in reach of one of these chul.
Because you're huge, you're pretty much in reach of everything. In fact, you would have to move from the chul's space because you're too big. There isn't enough room for the both of you in one square.
So, actually, I've used my action, so I'll just stay here.
Alright, one scum actually can attack you if you move out of its reach.
Oh, okay.
You're
Well,
3 by
I'll
3.
I'll just stay wherever I landed is what I was trying to say. I'll just stay. When I said I'll just stay there.
That you'll need to be there. Unoccupied space at least. Alright. Roderick.
Okay. Can I sense there's a shark here
You can, yeah.
with my sound?
You can hear some swimming, some thrashing around, but you can't see anything, so you're just hearing noise above you, directly above you. There's fighting going on above you.
for now, while I'm in the stone, I'm going to cast Speak with Animals on myself. Do that. I didn't do the spell output. And wait. A little bit.
Speak with animals?
Yep, Speak with Animals.
That's what you're gonna do when you're in the stone?
Yeah,
Old
Okay.
Justice League, Aquaman.
exactly.
I don't understand the reasoning behind that.
I want to know what Thomas thinks when he's a shark.
Well, you don't know he's a shark.
Well, yeah, but
Right, well, if you want a metagame, then if you have DM inspiration, the metagame magician is going to appear and dispel your DM inspiration. So if you have it, you lose it. All right, because yeah, you have no idea that Thomas is a shark now. So to do that, you're using your player knowledge.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
get an advantage.
I was
basically.
initially meaning like if I could hear what the big thing that just appeared in the water sounded like.
You wouldn't be able to tell that from hearing.
Okay. Yep.
So sure, if you have inspiration, it gets dispelled by the metagame magician.
All right. Sure.
It teleports in. All right. The Chul is going to. Is there anyone underneath? No. All right. It's going to try and paralyze the Afridi. It's going to use its tentacles on it. The Afridi is now paralyzed. Poisoned. And it's going to start squashing the Afridi with a pincer. And then it's going to use a pincer on Rend. It's going to try and grab you with that pincer.
Yeah.
It hits you, and you're grappled. You take 6 bludgeoning damage. And then it's going to drag. It's going to drag you guys away like that.
Going through the Big B's hand?
Yeah, people pass through it. It doesn't actually have like a physical presence to stop.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's translucent, just no substance.
We can't make a strength check against the being pulled?
No,
Oh, cool.
you don't get any ability check. You just got to try and break the grapple. Works the same for enemies too. They don't get to resist if you want to pull them. It just slows your movement by half. Alright, this scum is going to start attacking this giant shark that's just come up next to it. It's going to use a tentacle on it. And it's a miss, and it's going to start poking it. Miss. Miss. It thinks it's the flying shark, so it gets a bit confused. Lily.
Candygram, man.
I think this time I'm gonna try to punch it.
Okay, you turn it into a fist. And that hits. The Big B's hand pulls into a fist and crunches down on the Chul, breaking its shell. Chul juice goes everywhere, and it's almost dead.
Okay.
Is that an action? I thought it was a bonus action.
So, oh, yeah. I guess it is a bonus action while I'm concentrating on it.
Yeah.
Just so used to doing one thing. I guess then my other thing will be I'll throw a ding dong doom at it.
And it collapses. Its shell becomes soft. All of its innards just turn into a liquid, and it just collapses into a big pile of shells. Damper just falls down there amongst its remains. You guys can still hear splashing. Like there's a lot of fighting going on down here, and you saw Thomas jump down there. Norin's got to be down there, and Roderick as well.
Picking up was an action, right?
What was that? Sorry.
I was just asking if picking up the sword was an action.
How did you get across there, Lily? Where you just moved?
Okay, I was standing. here.
It's a gap in the
So-
floor. You jumping it?
No, I guess I'm not.
You sure? You can jump it. You have 10 strength. You will, because you're going to be about a foot short, you will need to make an athletics check to try and get over it.
Let's see, 5, 10, 15.
It's 10 feet wide and you have a 10 foot. It's just a little bit. You just need an
I have
extra
40
little
feet of
boost.
movement, though. Will that affect it?
You're jumping. You're jumping. You're doing a long jump.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
That's what
no,
it-
I'm not going to jump
Yeah.
across.
It just caved in the floor here. When it burst through the floor. There's a
I'm fine where I'm at.
gaping hole there now. Alright, Nara.
Is there anything up here, anywhere near this hole, that I could secure a rope to?
There's pillars here and here.
Yeah, that's want to tie a rope around that.
Alright, to secure a rope, tie a knot, it'll be an action, and it'll be an intelligent sleight of hand check. To tie a good rope hastily. A good knot hastily.
Is that sleight of hand is dex? Am I looking at the wrong thing, or?
An intelligent sleight of hand check. Sleight of hand is sleight of hand. You can use different ability scores. This one's an intelligent sleight of hand.
Or just intelligence check? Is that what you mean?
An intelligent sleight of hand check. So if you're proficient in sleight of hand, because sleight of hand ability checks are not necessarily tied to one ability score. You could
I just
do-
mean, like, what do I click here? Do I click the actual sleight of hand, or do I click intelligence? I'm not proficient in it. if
So
that
yeah, it would
matters.
just so you'd make an intelligence check, and you don't add your proficiency bonus. All right, you tie a rope. It looks like a good knot. It's a bow tie.
I don't know how much. I think I used 20 feet, so I'm gonna jump in the hole, not realizing I failed miserably at tying a knot.
All right, you just do a real quick job of it. You just quickly tie, and it just comes apart straight away. You jump down, using another 5 feet of movement. Where are you jumping into?
Just straight down.
This one? Or
Yeah.
okay. And when you jump down there, immediately you sink 20 feet, and you're submerged. You can see some scum around you and all the creatures that you see here. You're in heavy armor, so you plant your boots, your leather boots, onto solid ground. With the arrival of you, a nearby scum moves away from this giant shark and tries to wrap a tentacle around you, Nara. It misses. The tentacle bounces off your armor. It then thrusts the trident up at the shark. And it hits the shark for 5 points of piercing damage. And then we'll see if it's still a
Sorry.
shark before I make another attack.
5, right?
5 points, yeah.
Mm.
You revert back to your regular form, and you can choose either one of those 9 spaces to shrink down to, Thomas. It's your choice.
Like that one back here.
It then tries to hit Nara with the trident with its other attack. Misses. This Chul is going to move forward, and it's going to reach its pincers out for adversaries. Norin at disadvantage, and a complete miss, and Nara, and it's a miss, and the Chul ends its turn there. Alright, the Afridi is paralyzed, so it makes a con save against the poison. Poor Afridi. At least it's not grappled anymore. Alright, let me see how this meld into stone works. Minor physical damage doesn't harm you. Partial destruction or a change in shape expels you. Yeah, this thing's going to start hitting the stone. It's going to start just trying to chip into it. It knows you're there, Roderick.
Okay.
And you can just, like, you hear, like, this muffled banging. Like you're underwater and someone's banging on a door near you, basically. Is what you hear. But 21 damage does not break through the stone, but it's getting there. It's putting cracks in the stone. Another couple of hits and you feel like it's going to break through the stone wall.
Sure.
Than.
Can I see any enemy from my view above?
No, everyone must be deep under the water.
I wonder. What are we doing, guys? We staying up top or are we going down below?
You think they're still alive down there?
I can see bubbles. So there's something going on.
I think they're getting eaten by that giant shark.
Maybe I'm gonna hold off for now, I guess. I'll take the dodge action and see what everyone does.
Norin, you become visible.
Alright. Alright, I'm going to clank, 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 clank over here. And I will offer Nara a javelin if she wants to, or a spear, if she would like to use that underwater rather than the sword. Totally up to her.
Yeah, she'll take a spear.
I'll hand you a steel-tipped spear, and then I will start whipping out with the trident. First on the chul.
That's a hit. You pierce into the chul, 10 damage. This one wasn't too hurt
mark.
so far.
Unwavering mark on it, and then I'll move over to this scum here.
That is a hit. And
put my unwavering mark upon him. And finally the one to the south of me.
And that's a hit. Another mark.
And unwavering. Yep, another mark on him. And that
Alright, got all three of them marked.
is my turn.
Ren.
Shit. Alright. Ren will go ahead and, since Than thinks they're still alive, 5, 10, 15, NELs, whatever the equivalent in D&D to Mo is, and then jump in cannonball style.
Okay, you jump in there and you jump down about 10 feet and you land in water. You can see that there's activity beneath you. Thomas is up here with you as well. He's like wading across the surface of the water and you can sense all the fighting's happening below you.
So there's nothing. Yeah.
You look down and you're just seeing like thrashing around in the water, bubbles and movement, but you don't see anything. The water is dark and murky. You've got the flame tongue.
Yeah.
So it illuminates the water, but because of the murkiness of it, I mean, it doesn't illuminate the opacity. So it's still, still only got 10 feet of visibility in this water.
And try to sink until I see something. I guess.
Yeah, you can. How much movement do you use to get there?
I used 20, so I got 20 left.
All right, you swim down 10 feet, which costs you your final 20 feet of movement, unless you have a swim speed, and you're in melee with a Chul now, but you don't get close enough to get in melee with the scum. They're still 10 feet away from you.
All right, then I'll attack the Chul, reckless attack, and we'll go ahead and do Great Weapon Master on it.
Okay, and you will be, because you don't have a swim speed, it'll be disadvantage with a great sword. And
but reckless will make it a regular attack, right?
Yes, and then you'll have advantage.
Okay.
So advantage and disadvantage, and it's a crit.
Yeah.
You drive the great sword straight into it. 34 slashing damage. It resists the fire, and then an extra 3 from the rage. That Chul's looking pretty hurt now. That was a good hit. I think you're missing some damage from your crit there too, Ren. I think you're missing a D6.
D6.
Because level 13? No, what level are you?
11. So
no, not yet.
So it would do it. Yeah. So it's 2d6 because it's one extra d6 die. Yeah.
Yeah. Thinking you're.
And then
soon you get extra die.
Yeah, 13, I think. Do it again. Yeah.
Natural one.
And then a bonus for the great weapon crit.
13 is a miss.
All right.
Chul's shell is too tough.
All
right, Thomas, you've reverted from your shark form. You're pretty much still back on the surface of the water.
Yeah, so...
Unless you wanted to be deeper. I mean, you're taking up a 3x3, so... It's up to you.
No, I'll quicken a polymorph again and go back to the shark. Let's try this again.
Alright, back to a giant shark. Bam.
And I'll come over here and try to bite the Chul.
You can roll on the Wild Magic Surge table just before you do that. Okay. That's a good one to get.
Oh, that is good news for Norin, but
You
also
and
not
all
that
creatures
great because of-
you have vulnerability to piercing damage. So everyone in the water, including Than, it'll actually affect Than. It won't get Lily or Freety though. It won't get Lily. And have vulnerability to piercing, so everyone's skin becomes, kind of very soft and crackly and blistery.
Does my rage counteract that in any way?
It means that now you have vulnerability. It doesn't. They don't cancel each other out. One overlaps the other, basically.
Okay.
Alright, and then try to bite this thing. It's damaged, so I've got advantage on the attack.
Okay. So 48 piercing damage. You jump onto the Chul and just start ripping it apart. It's almost dead. Roderick.
I would like to leave the stone now.
Alright, you move out, step out of the stone. Costs you 5 feet to emerge, and then you can stand up if you like. It's another 10, so 15 feet to get out.
Sure. Hello, shark. I don't think sharks can actually make any noise. Sharks have. I just looked it up. In real life, they don't have any way of vocalizing.
I gnash my teeth.
This creature doesn't exist in real life anyway. It's a specific. Yeah. It's not like a hunter shark or a great white shark. It's 30 feet long. I guess great whites can get that big, but a lot of these giant creatures are like, they're not
Special.
real
Yeah.
Great creatures.
Okay. Even like, yeah. So I am going to attack. I suppose I'll shoot this shul next to me.
With a longbow?
Action.
I think longbow's
with a longbow.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it can't see me, right? Unless,
Yeah.
no, Ren's in here with his fire. So
Yeah. It's hard to shoot a bow underwater. 11 is a miss.
yeah. I'll try again. Though I shouldn't have Hunter's Mark anymore.
You're still up. It's still up. I don't think you've...
Oh, it was on. I put it on the Aboleth that
Shark.
went away.
Oh yeah.
the
I know you
shark.
put it on that shark. It's still, you can still transfer it. That shark is gone. It wasn't real.
Okay.
Roderick. 11 is a miss.
Okay. Yeah. So I suppose I will have used my bonus action to put it on there, but it didn't do anything. If that's the case,
Okay.
or I do it at the end. It doesn't make a difference regardless.
Alright, you put the hunter's mark on it. This scum, it's I've got some more targets to choose from now. It's going to swim up just a little bit, 5 feet, so it's still in reach of everyone here. It's like above, it's a square above Norin and Nara, and it's a square below you, Ren. It's like in between you guys. And it's gonna just sweep its trident at Norin. Miss. Sweep its trident at Nara. Miss. And then tentacle at Ren. Triple attack. And it...
If it's within 5 feet of me still, then it has
Disadvantage?
against anything.
Okay. Alright, it's still a crit. Advantage and disadvantage. And
Oh yeah, he was.
it puts a tentacle where the sun don't shine. You're hit for 34 points of psychic damage, Ren. That's why it was such a crit. And then the scum ends its turn there. Alright, Lily.
So when I come up to this and look down, I know that I can't see through the water, and so I'm effectively blind against everything down there, right?
Visibility is 10 feet. When you look down there, what you see is a big shark. Like a 30-foot long shark.
Right. I'm just wondering if the enemies are considered hidden against me, or just I'm blind against them.
They're heavily obscured. The water, beyond 10 feet, the water is heavily obscured. Which, heavily obscured means you're effectively blinded.
Okay, so any attack roll would be a disadvantage.
You can't see any of the creatures either, so you can't really detect their locations. You'd have to guess exactly where they are, basically. Heavily obscured. It's different. It works different than invisibility, if that's what you're asking.
Can I use my action to try to perceive where one of the people I want to hurt is?
They are not hidden.
Like to try to...
So, yeah, there's no point taking the search action. Search action would be perception check for detecting a hidden creature. You could jump in there, and then you could see them. If you get close to them. Or you could guess a square and location that they are.
Just throw a fireball down anyway.
No fireballs.
Ah.
But yeah, none of them are hidden, so you don't need a search action to try and find them. They're heavily obscured.
But isn't that what hidden does? It means I don't know where they're at?
They're different things. Hidden is not heavily obscured.
Alright.
Hidden is hidden, heavily obscured is heavily obscured, and invisible is invisible. They're 3 different game mechanics.
Well, Geronimo it is, I guess.
Alright, you can pretty much like jump onto the shark's back from where you're standing.
How far down is the shark?
It's about about an 8-foot drop. It's not enough to damage you.
Sure.
You're going to have to because there's nowhere else for you to jump. you jump down and you'll be there. You jump down to the giant shark's back.
Okay. And then I'd like to use my bonus action to bring Bigby's hand down. And can I detect this guy then? Now that I'm down here?
No enemies are within your vision. They're all heavily obscured. They're 15 feet away from you, and your vision is 10. You'll need to swim down to see them, or to get. So they're not heavily obscured from you anymore.
Alright, yeah. I'll swim down 10 feet.
Alright, you swim down 10 feet, and yeah, now you're within range of that chul.
Okay, and I'd like to use my bonus action to bring the hand down and try to punch it.
Alright, Bigby's hand moves 60 feet.
I believe that's correct.
Okay.
60 feet.
Alright, it moves 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So yeah, it costs it like 30 feet or something to get next to you.
Okay, and
Wherever you want to put it.
right there, I think is perfectly fine.
And that troll is dead. The Bigby's hand just squashes it to the ground. It is absolutely.
I don't
squashed.
detect anything else anymore, right? I'm not next to anything else.
No, you've only got a 10-foot range for your vision. Heavily obscured. I mean, anything beyond 10 feet is heavily obscured. So that scum is 20, and the other scum is 20, and then the chul is 30. Nara.
Gotta attack this one.
Twelve was a miss. 14 hits. The spear works well underwater. You pierce it into the scum's side.
And one more time.
That's another hit. And the scum's starting to look a little bit injured.
Can I still knock things prone underwater?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna shield bash that one and try to knock it prone then.
You put your shield underneath it and sweep it up, and it goes into a disorientating position. So it's like horizontal in the water, basically. Meanwhile, this scum next to you, Nara, is trying to reach out with its tentacles at you. And it misses. The tentacles just slap straight off your armor. It tries to hit you with a trident. And it hits you for 5 piercing. And
Disadvantage.
it's got the mark. So that's a miss. Alright, it feels this compulsion to attack Norin from the mark. And that's what it does. It turns its attention towards you. It moves over here, and it's going to try and poke you. Miss. The chul's going to try and grab you, Norin. And it's got this mark, so it's compelled to attack you. First attack, miss. Second attack, misses.
Sweet.
This Safridi is just chilling out with Than up here. It's not having a good day. It is
Still paralyzed.
such a powerful creature, and it is still paralyzed.
It's worth that one use of him that we don't get to use.
Alright, Than. Everyone's
Alright.
down here splashing around in the water.
He's
Do I-
kept one of the trolls away, so.
Do I see any enemies
No,
near the top? No?
nothing has come to the top. It seems that it's an underwater battle.
Down below?
Yeah.
Alright, and then could I jump onto the shark?
The sharks, you don't see the
Or-
shark.
I don't see the shark. Oh, okay.
No. When you look down there, you're just seeing some bubbles splashing, and that's about it.
Okay, I'm gonna lower. If I can maybe lower like a rope or something down with something heavy on the end. Can I do that on my turn?
You want to just like hold on to it?
Climbers? Yeah, I want to lower like a rope into the water, like with like a little anchor. See if I can
What are you?
fish a companion out.
What are you?
I got a
using for
climber's
an
kit.
anchor?
What could I use
Climber's
from a
kit.
climber's kit?
Maybe like a, I don't know, a spiked boot or something. Might
Sure.
something like that. Okay.
Do that and lower it down into the
All
water.
right, yeah, you will have to actually do an intelligence sleight of hand check. You're going to need to rig that up. You need to tie the rope through the spiked boot.
Okay.
It'll take your action.
Okay. Let's see here.
Intelligence
You
sleight
say
of hand check.
intelligence? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sleight of hands.
It's an intelligence sleight of hand check, so you do a sleight of hand check
Yeah.
with intelligence. If you've got proficiency, so
Yeah, I don't have proficiency, so I'll just do intelligence.
Yeah, it would be straight. All right, you've got it secured, and are you like trying to fish it somewhere in particular? I mean, you don't really have any reference, but a lot of the fighting seems to be going on in like this area below you somewhere.
Okay.
Pick a square.
I'm picking this square right here.
Okay, all right, you drop it down, and Nara and Rend, you'll see
And I'll bonus
Spike Boot
action.
splash down next to you guys.
A bonus action cast jump on myself.
Okay. Fans going fishing. That ink is like basically above that scum. Norin.
It's kind of hits it in the head.
It does, well, yeah, a bit.
All right. So this one was marked, and it was still able to hit Ren. So I get a special bonus action attack against it, which I will do now. I would normally have advantage on anyway, but it's already prone, so.
That's a hit.
And it does a little extra damage as well.
I pierce the trident into it, 16 damage. The scum's looking almost
Vulnerability
bloody.
to piercing, remember?
Oh yeah, vulnerability. So that's is the unwavering mark the weapon damage? Same.
It is.
All right, so that's 32 damage instead.
Wow.
Cool.
Giant Shark says nice.
All right. I'll reapply the unwavering mark upon it with that strike, and then I'll turn with my first attack on the scum to the north of me.
That's a hit. And that takes 24 piercing damage.
Okay. And I'll swing around and go for the Chol.
That's a hit.
Okay. I will put my mark on.
Yeah.
Reapply my mark pretty much every time I hit.
I got them all marked again. They're all looking
Okay,
damaged.
And I'll go ahead and go for the one that's prone again with my third attack.
That's a hit. And another 24 piercing damage.
Yeah. If anybody wants a piercing weapon, Norn has just a sleeve of javelins on his back, so feel free to come and take one. Yeah, that's it.
Rend.
Alright, so can I attack this guy right here?
You need to swim down.
Alright, I'll swim down a little. I just know something hit me from below, right? So
Okay.
go
Oh,
down.
I guess you could attack him from there.
I mean, he's got a tentacle up my butt right now, like a puppet. So.
Don't sound so pleased when you say that.
He's in the square below you. If you want to go up level to him, you can swim down, or you can attack him from above. It doesn't matter.
No, I'll swim down, make
All right,
level.
you swim down, and you can pretty much
Yeah.
plant your feet on the ground here now.
All right, so we'll reckless to try to cancel out the other. So reckless attack.
That's a hit. And you slash straight through it. You slice it in two.
And do I have any idea what direction any other bad guys are?
Yeah, you've got a 10-foot field of 10-foot visibility.
Okay.
There's
Yeah,
a
let's see,
spiked
so-
boot here as well. Look at that. Spiked boot art. Yeah, 10
So
foot
if I-
of visibility. Anything beyond that is heavily obscured.
Alright, so can I move here and attack this guy?
Yeah. He's
All right.
slowly walking along the ground here. That hits. And you slash into it. 18 slashing and 4 fire damage from the resistance. It's
All right,
underwater.
and
That's
then-
pretty hard.
So I killed it, so I get a bonus.
That's another hit.
And... Come on. There we go.
Slice into it again. 17 damage. Scum's almost dead.
Alright, and that's it.
Thomas.
Alright, well, this blood in the water is making me a little frenzied. So I'll swim over here and bite the scum.
$52
Seven.
damage. Yeah, you just swallow it whole.
Jeez.
I bonus action burp. and
The
then
troll
my-
looks around and says, "Oh, we're going to need a bigger boat."
Don't turn back into your regular form.
Oh God.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but just do it. All right, Roderick.
I will move up a bit and take a shot at that one. I'm not going to move my hunter's mark because I have a better plan.
It's a miss.
It's a miss. Yeah. And then I'll go one of my attacks and use a bonus action to direct the shark to make an attack.
All right. The shark takes you up on the offer and bites for 46 piercing damage. Starts to rip into the chool, and yeah, it's almost destroyed.
Good shark.
It's just eating it alive. Lily.
All right, I'll swim 20 feet this way.
You swim over and you start to see all of the action now. Everyone's down here mostly, and the chool is in the shark's mouth.
I'll bring the fist over and try to swing with it.
And that is it. It absolutely crushes it. It just squeezes the chool, breaks it into little pieces. And finally, that is the last of them. The Afridi keeps on trying to get free. Eventually he breaks free and he comes screaming down here. Wah! Where is the scum?
I'll drop concentration and ask the Afridi to fly us all up there one at a time.
He can hunt.
He just grabs
For the
people
rest-
and
Take the
throws
boot.
them up there. and then after he finishes throwing everyone up there, he throws up that spike boot. He throws up the shark as well. He doesn't care. Doesn't give a shit. Just throws everything up there. Alright, you guys can recover yourselves after this battle and take whatever items were stolen from you. And
Yeah.
we'll take a 10-minute break now too. That was a long fight. I'll see you guys back in a bit.
Sure thing.
Okay. We are back. We should be back.
Yep.
Candy Graham, man.
Yep, I'm there.
Alright, so you guys look around you, and these horrible creatures have been destroyed. Everyone is safe and alive. The trolls are all dead. This dank grotto still lies beneath you, and it makes you wonder what else may lie in all of these sunken, hollowed out apartments below you. The aboleth had swum off, and it escaped via a submerged tunnel leading down from these stairs. And this is a couple of minutes after that fight, where we're at now. So 1 hour effects, like the potion of vulnerability. Hunter's mark is still up. Potion of heroism, actually, is that at 1 hour as well?
It's an hour.
I think it's isn't it a minute?
It's an hour.
It's an hour.
Yeah, it's an hour.
I can do a prayer healing if you guys want me to start.
That's a great idea. They'll send the Afridi off to try to find the aboleth.
He nods at you, and he takes in a deep breath, and he...
Come back before you suffocate.
So that's it, just find the aboleth. That's his order, instruction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not attack it?
He swims, and he starts kicking his legs, and he disappears into the water. I feel like he could hold his breath for a while. He's back before that 10 minutes is up. He re-emerges as you guys are just sitting around waiting to get healed. Master,
Yes.
I have found the aboleth. He wishes to speak. He says he is looking for an alliance, and that he finds himself surrounded by enemies with no one else to turn to but you.
This presents an opportunity, perhaps.
He also said he's sorry about the shark.
Well, because what do we really want? We want to know where Hecadin is, right?
Well, you know where Hecadin is.
Oh, sorry, I missed that.
He's on the ship that we
yeah.
can't track.
You weren't here, but yeah, you guys found the rough location. I'll bring up the map so you guys can see again, just to
I
refresh.
think we were
you
here
guys.
just to stop these culty people.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there's like some sort of foretelling of the styes being devoured by some sort of great sea monster. So yeah, King Hecadin, northern islands of the Trackless Sea, could be Tuern, could be the Purple Rocks, could be Gundalan, or there's tiny little islands everywhere here as well. But he's somewhere in this area. He's being basically sailed around on a scryproof vessel.
Well,
The aboleth recognizes that you are accomplished adventurers, he says. I also recommended you as servants.
Huh.
Inferior creatures.
oh, sure.
He offered me a position to be a servant as well, but I was just offended. I serve no one. Well, I guess I do serve you, but if it wasn't for that damned bottle, I wouldn't serve you.
Well, it's not forever. You're just performing minor services for me until you're free. And it'll be soon.
I look forward to the day where I am released. Sorry, I was just thinking of something funny. Another Afriti told me a while ago. Continue.
About two priests that walked into a bar. No. Well, sure. Tell him to come here if he wants to negotiate.
He swims off again. Alright, that spell's gone off now. Prayer of healing. Everyone gets a 14 healing.
So we get 14.
And just waiting for him to come back, I presume.
Wait for the Afridi to come back.
Yeah.
I need to check something. The Afridi returns. And he steps up out of the water. And his eyes are all glazed over. They're translucent.
Uh-oh.
And the Afridi speaks in this very toneless voice. Very flat, toneless voice. You have requested me, Gothgar. I speak to you using the genie as a conduit. You may speak through the Afriti. I will receive the telepathic communication, and vice versa. You will hear my words through his mouth. I mean you no harm. I do not wish to use the Afriti against you as a weapon. I have already probed into your minds. This is not the first time I have met some of you. Norin, Roderick.
Ah, yes, I remember now. You ran away that time too, like a coward.
Ha ha ha. I do not run like a coward. I merely have an interest of self-preservation.
If you had legs, your tail would be between them.
Well, let's just say my encounter with you has put my tail between my tail. Is that a compromise for your paltry mind? But I'm not here to... I'm not here to explain to you how your minds cannot comprehend the inner workings of my kind. Instead, I want you to surrender.
No.
Let me rephrase that. I request that you accept a temporary truce.
And why would we do that?
To what end? Yeah.
Why are you here? You wish to stop the Whisperer, do you not?
That Whisperer is you, is it not?
Oh, you know so little. I am not the Whisperer. I am yet a humble servant who has been wronged by the Whisperer. The Whisperer is not far from here, but the Whisperer is being guarded. There are two more aboleths that have discovered the Whisperer. They speak to it, hailing from the deepest depths of the trackless sea. They intend to take the Whisperer and use it as a weapon.
What is the Whisperer?
We have not seen it. We have only heard its marvelous voice. It is a great being, far beyond your comprehension, as old as time itself. It is Tharizdun.
Hmm.
And you are saying that 2 more of your kind are trying to use this thing as a weapon.
Tharizdun had given us a gift. As members of the Kraken Society, we have been rewarded. However, the gift seemed to have fallen into the hands of those it does not deserve. What do you seek? The location of King Hecaton? Perhaps some closure to your friend Jarl, Nara. Perhaps you want to stop the stars from being consumed. I know what you want. I can help you get it. I know your greatest desire. You, Roderick. You want stone. I can tell that. And you, Than, you'd want nothing more than a +1 longbow.
You know me so well.
And perhaps you would like your help action to be used. I can help that. I can help you with that.
That would be really nice.
You're that powerful.
Wow, he just converted Thon.
Then just like, yep. I win your
I'm
team
in.
now, Evelyn.
If you can agree to work with me, I can reveal more information to you. But I'll need you to agree, and I know what you think. So you cannot lie to me.
Well, here is the thing. We have no assurances that you will not lie to us.
I want nothing more to do with this. Nothing more than to spend a few more months in the temple. After that time, I promise you, I'll return to the unfathomable depth of which I came. I'll never bother humanity again. My place is ruler of the ocean. I need not reduce myself to the intellect of such paltry creatures.
Then why be here at all? Why stay for longer?
I'll tell you, if you agree to help me with the other 2 aboleths. The ones that have come from the depths of the trackless sea. To try and steal our gift away from our tentacles. What say you? Shall we work together? Or shall you create more enemies?
Free the genie, and so that we can discuss this in private. I'll send him back to you in a few minutes.
I see no reason to free the genie in this current time. Think of it as a reassurance. Collateral.
You're already showing betrayal.
Yeah, then I don't see any way to agree with you.
Yeah. Go fuck yourself.
I understand. Well, then I have no use for you all.
You say that like you didn't just run away. I don't understand. I think we were close to killing him, maybe? Again?
We were definitely. Well, I don't know. I didn't see how damaged he was.
I don't know, I was
Only,
down, I was down there
Rand
most of
and-
the time.
Alright, so you guys are all in agreement? You don't want to work with the aboleth?
I mean, not really.
You don't have to go along with the rest of the group, Rand. I can get you a big meat chunk. Think about it.
Huh. Come on, guys, meat.
The biggest meat chunk you've ever thought of. What about a nice rock drumstick?
Deep fried?
You, Thomas. I can get you back home. If you allow me to stay here.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
Yeah. I don't believe a damn thing you say.
You'll be on a suicide mission without my help?
I mean,
So wait, so let me ask the rest of the group here. So are we going to try to kill the other two Avalon?
I think we should.
Well, we need to kill whoever's the Whisperer.
Yeah.
So what I'm just trying to say is,
But
what's the point of killing this guy? I mean, it's just an extra thing we have to fight.
Meat chunk.
Meat
don't-
chunk. Well,
You mean, why kill him now when he's half dead rather than
Well, we got-
after killing two other ones?
we got to go into his lair. I'm just saying, instead of killing 3, we only got to kill 2.
but how are we going to kill this one?
You don't think we'll have to kill him as soon as we're spent after killing the other two?
I understand that you do not wish to help me. I can only enslave 2 more of you. I'm afraid the other 5 of you will need to be expended now. And then the Afridi just goes to attack.
can you just make him go away, Thomas?
I don't know how a command will work on him. Why he's charmed or whatever.
The Afridi draws his falchion and maybe he's starting to whisper some spells. You're not sure what he's going to do, but he's in a battle stance now.
Don't you just stopper the jar?
No, I think the stopper like disappears.
Yeah, it comes out, serves me for an hour.
And then, yeah, the stopper disappears and then a new one appears at the end of that hour. But obviously he's being mind controlled now. So, Thomas, what do you do?
Do I think that this... Oh, I don't have to spell it. Never mind. That's unfortunate. I'm going to cast a Synaptic Static just on him.
Okay.
Weaken his attacks a bit.
Alright, you hit it with a Synaptic Static and it makes an intelligence save. Now it rolls good.
Damn him!
You hear a bit of a zap in the air and the Afridi shakes his head from side to side a little bit.
Oh. And I command him, go back and attack the Avalith. Not thinking that'll work.
He's my slave now, Thomas.
And I'll line up a quicken a ray of frost at it.
That hits. Icy shard sticks in
Hey,
to
everybody.
the Afridi's side.
Sorry to jump in real quick, but I've had a bit of a family problem come up, and I need to go drive somewhere real quick.
No problem.
Oh.
You gotta go.
Thank you very much. Sorry about that.
Hope everything's
Alright.
alright. Take care.
Lily will just dodge or something.
Okay. Alright, as Thomas hits the Afridi, the translucent glaze over the Afridi's eyes kind of fades away, and the Afridi just says, "Where am I? What the hell? What's the meaning of this, Thomas? Why are you shooting me with bolts of ice?"
That foul beast possessed your mind and came to attack us. We must destroy it. For it daring to control you that way.
I don't care about your personal affairs. You tell me to do something and I do it. But if you shoot me with rays of frost, well, I'll still have to do exactly what you say anyway, so...
It's all right, big guy. It's all right, big guy. Happens to the
Yeah.
best of us.
And yeah, it appears that you actually just snapped him out of that charm by just attacking him.
Sweet. That thing possessed you and made you do all kinds of foolish things. I want vengeance on your behalf for humiliating you that way.
But we'll let you take the vengeance first.
Yeah, go kill him.
Well, let's. I think we should go with them.
We can. He knows where he is, right?
Yep.
How far? And is it all underwater?
Yes, there is a tunnel. It is quite long. The aboleth was lurking down the tunnel. I met with it after about 5 minutes swimming.
Do we need to swim, or could we run on the top of the water if we had?
It is
Magical
completely
means to do so.
submerged. It snakes
Shit.
westward. I'm not sure of the length of the tunnel, but it is flooded along its entirety.
Shall we?
Yeah. I
Oh,
think
we
so.
have water breathing. Might as
It needs to be
Well, pretty
taken
good.
care of.
Yep.
Do you guys, with armor, do you need to do something different?
No.
Alright, as you
It's fine.
guys
We'll just walk on the bottom.
having this conversation, you just hear this like screaming, and all these bodies just hitting the prow of that sunken ship off near the entrance of this temple.
It's in the world.
People are just like falling or something, like raining corpses over in
Better
this
go see what
direction.
that's all about.
That's none of our concern. Just kidding.
Sharknado or something.
Could be
I guess
those.
we'll run up and jump over.
Who was the guy? Who were the people shooting goblins at us before?
That was
They
golden.
were
That was Golden Fields.
Yeah.
But you know,
It
speaking
is
of Golden
raining.
Fields, I do have more people to notify about Charles' death. So.
It is raining cultists. I'll look up.
You see a few
It's
more
rain.
people just splashing into the water, and people like jumping out of buildings, and tons of people, like dozens of them, are just dying, dropping dead, falling out of buildings or leaping to their death.
Can I go to a corpse and try to distinguish the cause of death?
Yeah, you take a look. They're wearing this like cultist outfit, and they have these. Some of them have this sort of symbol of Tharizdun on their necklace, and yeah, you can make a medicine check. Then they're like just got blood coming out of their eyes and mouth. Quite horrific.
Guidance myself.
And you take a look, and there's actually no physical injuries. You feel like they've died of psychic damage. Their minds have just popped.
Maybe it is something similar
Yeah,
to what
bless.
happened to the captain of that ship.
Yeah, the aboleth is controlling all these.
Yeah, we gotta put an end to this.
Yeah,
He's
it's
killing
exactly the
humans.
same as what happened to the captain.
It's obscene.
But they're bad guys, so are we concerned about them being dead?
No, I think it's more concerned about the power the aboleth has over, human life.
With the-
and how it should end.
All the buildings blowing up in the skies, the dark foretellings, now people just leaping from buildings. It really does feel like it's the end of days here in the skies. You feel like Mr. Doria was right. The skies is coming to an end. It's absolute chaos.
Well,
We have
even if we cannot save the city, we can at least save some other people from this thing.
I don't think we want these cultists to summon or raise this thing, right? I mean, it's
True.
it's something like the story I heard about people trying to summon Tiamat. If it's a power like that, then it can't be good.
Did
Yeah.
you see that in a book at your local FLGS, Thomas, in San Francisco.
So, the comic shop.
All right, you guys approach the stairs, and they're still hanging above this like dark altar. Is this? It's people's heads affixed to a shark. It's a rotten corpse, and then below it is like some filthy underwater tunnel.
All right.
And you've got good passive perception, Than. So you notice something about these stairs. There's the stairs feel very hollow.
Let everybody know about the steps. Can I make out why they're hollow?
Explosives.
Because there's nothing under there. It's empty. Because it's hollow. No, you feel like there's a compartment under there.
Oh, okay. Can I check for traps?
You can make a perception check.
Guidance myself.
You take a careful inspection of the steps, and you find that one of the steps can actually be removed.
Okay, I'll do that.
Alright, you pull the step out, and underneath the hollow removable step are 8 sacks of tightly sewn oilcloth. Waterproof sacks. 8 of them in total.
And
lined up under the step.
Do they sacks don't know what's inside? Is it?
They're made of some sort of like oil cloth, so
Could be an explosive situation.
There's also nestled around with the sacks is a rusted iron coffer. It's a stash in here, a treasure stash.
Good eye,
Chuck
Sam.
it all in the bag of holding.
Do you want to see what's in the bag?
Yeah. So it's not rigged to explode from what I see,
You
right?
could make another perception check. I mean,
Okay.
unless there's like, some sort of
Guidance
glyph on it.
myself.
There could be a glyph that could make it explode. You wouldn't think there could be any mechanical way for that to happen. You take a careful look, and you're not seeing any glyphs. Glyphs can be practically invisible, though. So, if it was a glyph, then all you need to do is touch it, and then bam, like it could just explode, and could just like rip Ren's face off, and Ren's shrapnel could hit Thomas, and everyone could fall back in this hole. Lily will die, definitely, instantly.
But if you think that's the best move.
Oh, that's what I discovered. I'll take a step back and I'll take Lily.
No, you don't see a glyph. You don't see one. I was just saying, if there was, that would be a scenario that could happen.
Yeah, I'll open one.
I was about to say Norman would
There's no
open one.
glyphs on it. I'm just messing with you. All right, now you guys open them up, and they're filled full of treasure, coins,
Cool.
jewelry, and potions. There's actually a uncomfortable amount of potions here, like a large.
Comfortable amount.
Yeah, there's so many it makes you guys uncomfortable because there's a boss fight coming up. Because
Oh man, We're
Do
getting a
we?
lot
Does
of
it quick
buffs,
save on us?
ammo? We're getting buffs, ammo. Oh no, boss fight's coming.
all right, there's a large amount of potions, gold, jewelry, and also preserved in one of these oilcloths is a fine-looking instrument, a lyre.
Nice.
But that's where we'll wrap up the session. We'll divvy that out. There's enough potions for everyone. We'll divvy that out next week.
Norn knows how to play a drum, but he doesn't know anything about a lyre.
That's a bard weapon.
I know the aboleth is a liar. That's just all I know
Yeah,
about
Norn is
Ah.
fighting one of those.
All right, guys. Have a good week. It's
Alright,
good night.
guys, next session it'll be next milestone as well. We've hit level 12 at the end of next session. So
Sweet.
keep that
Cool.
in mind.
Those who are
looking-
left alive.
Decisions.
Oh, I already know what I want to do.
I don't.
Sharpshooter for sure.
Oh yeah, if you guys want to use if you get a fate and you're interested in any of the fates from the new UA, then we could use some of those too if you're interested.
Ooh, got
No,
I haven't
there's
looked at
no
them.
feats.
I think
What are
there's
those?
one that can you can change your fighting style and stuff too as well. Like if you're a fighter, I'll link.
Oh yeah, you get an extra fighting.
Yeah,
style,
is there a link for that? That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
put a link. They'll have to be
There's some big
approved
ones.
because
Well,
I
yeah.
don't know, in case something like maybe overpowering, because it's only playtest material, but it looks pretty. I mean, it looks all pretty good,
Balanced.
fun stuff. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna take sharpshooter though, and
Yeah.
there's some darts. There's some darts in the bag of holding. I can actually do the -5 +10 with darts. So
Throw some
D4
deadly
plus
darts.
strength plus 10.
yeah.
It's like
It's
blow
all in the way
someone's
you
head up
throw
with
it.
Definitely going with the chef.
Yeah, you can like make
The
treats
chef
and
feat.
hand them out and give people temporary hit points.
Cookies.